Hey, look at this. I just got totally free checking at Vision Bank.
Vision Bank has free checking?
Totally free. And I got a free gift when I opened my account.
No monthly service charge.
No. Plus I have free bill pay, free online banking, and a free instant issue debit card.
And it's all free?
Yes. Plus they have 3 totally free account options and 2 of them pay interest.
And they have it right here at Vision Bank?
Yes, at all 8 Vision Bank locations.
So totally free checking at Vision Bank.
Now you've got it.
Get all the details and start saving today with totally free checking at Vision Bank, member FDIC.
Win the day! Go Wolves!
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
Call us first.
For loans.
For deposits.
For the best customer service.
Call us first.
We answer.
First National Bank of Davis, a branch of Pauls Valley National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
Sooner Pharmacy provides a variety of healthcare services. We accept e-prescriptions and we also offer delivery services. Sooner Pharmacy is handicap accessible. Sooner Pharmacy is located at 705 East Main Street inside Sooner Foods.
Looking for a veterinarian to care for both your small and large animals? Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health. My staff and I are committed to providing the most up-to-date preventative health care for your pets. We are one of the few veterinary practices in southern Oklahoma that is fully equipped to handle all of your livestock needs to help you achieve the greatest profitability for your livestock. We also do inside boarding for your pets with weekend drop-offs and dismissals. Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health in Davis.
I joined the Army National Guard for multiple reasons. The first being which that I've always believed that the state of Oklahoma and the United States of America are truly exceptional on the world stage. So I wanted to do something to give back to the country and the state that's been so good to me. So one day I asked myself, if not me, who? And if not now, when? So it was at that point I decided to enlist. And the second reason being, getting my education has always been very important to me. So after doing some studying, I found the Army National Guard's college benefits were far more competitive than anything else out there. So after graduating from the University of Oklahoma, I was able to leave my college career basically debt-free. Now that I work in recruiting, I get to see people's lives change for the better by the Army National Guard on a daily basis. And people enlist for different reasons. It could be the competitive college benefits we offer, it could be a part-time paycheck, the job training we offer, or even healthcare. But regardless of why someone enlists, the fact still remains that their part-time military service has served as a stepping stone to propel their future.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pete Bird Sports Arena as we are high atop our perch in the bird cage for Davis Wolves and Lady Wolves basketball. I'm Jared Morse. I'm joined by Bobby Alexander tonight in the first game after Christmas break.
It's been a long break.
It has been a long break. It's been a great 2 weeks, and for a game that we forgot was happening.
Yeah, we actually showed up to work today and went, oh, hey, we have a basketball game day.
Oh, I have to do stuff.
My wife checking in on us today, making sure we have something to drink.
Appreciate it.
That's, kudos to her. Thank you. I appreciate that. Didn't even know she was coming to the game.
No,
but
hey, there you go.
Yeah.
But no, so tonight we'll host the visiting Pauls Valley Panthers. It's been an interesting day already. It's a day back.
Yeah, it's
kids
always kind of
a
weird day on the first day back to school. All the kids are back, but these girls have been working hard over the break. I think
right.
A lot of practices, trying to get ready for this. We had that tough one there to end right before the break right here in the bird cage against Sulphur. So they really worked hard over the break and want to come back and bounce back. And I think they've got the willpower to do it. Just got to make it happen. Got to go execute tonight.
Right.
So
tonight we've got first game back. Then after tonight, the Wolves and Lady Wolves will go to Lindsay over the weekend for the Lindsay tournament.
Yep.
That's always a pretty well attended tournament. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. That this conference that we're in now is I would say pretty basketball savvy. They've got some really good teams in it, both boys and girls. So to be in this and be competitive in this league is not an easy thing to do. But I think our boys and girls can go over there and do it.
I agree. Have you been to that arena? Lindsay has a really nice new arena. It's like 2 years old now.
I have not been to that arena. I know you were. Nice. That's your stomping grounds before you came here to Davis, but I have not. I very rarely have ventured into Lindsay, other than for maybe some little league baseball games. So
yeah. Oh, nice.
Got the old Walmart.
Yes.
The old Walmart.
And the McDonald's drive-through cut out of the side.
Yes.
Which is my favorite thing. It's the best. But here in about 3.5 minutes, we'll get started. Looks like tonight the national anthem will be sung by Kayana Adams.
One of our media owned.
One of our media owned.
Right.
So, that's a big deal. Looking forward to getting this game going, getting everything started again back up for the new semester, which is really weird because it seems like August was the other day.
I will say one other quick thing about Kayana. I don't know if she made this public yet, but I think she may be auditioning for a pretty big show.
Yep.
And I think she's actually asked us to help her make a video for that audition.
She pulled us aside in the hallway today.
And we're going to be helping her out.
Yep.
She's got big things in her future. So kudos to her, and I look forward to hearing her sing tonight.
Looking forward to her singing and looking forward to working on that. She's pretty excited about doing it. She's got some big ideas for it. So,
kudos. I enjoy the fact that we're able to do that now.
Oh yeah. So, real quick, and I know we had some of them playing, but tonight's game is brought to you, of course, by the Howell Media Group here at Davis High School, but also Mike Hellick Chevrolet, the Oklahoma Army National Guard, Jones Jewelry, Hilltop Animal Health, CNC Backhoe, Vision Bank, First National Bank of Davis, Pauls Valley National Bank, and then Landmark Bank, and Sooner Pharmacy. And did I remember them all?
I think you got them all. That's impressive for today.
Yeah. So right before break, we had the basketball game here against Sulphur, and the night before that we had wrestling.
Yep.
And our own media's own Abby Snyder was running the iPad and making fun of me that I could not remember Jones Jewelry every time. I would get through them all, and I was really happy with myself. And she's like, Jones Jewelry. Oh, yeah, Jones Jewelry, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to.
And we definitely appreciate Jones Jewelry.
We don't want to forget anybody. None of this would be possible without any of our sponsors.
Absolutely.
No one is more important than the other. So,
and this will be. I don't think we've ever done basketball together.
I don't think we. I think there might have been one game last year that I was on for just a few minutes.
Right.
I think this is our first full game together.
This could be fun, or it could be a disaster.
It might be a train wreck. So,
hey.
All right. Well, I think we're getting ready for the national anthem here, so we'll let it go. We got about a minute till this clock starts. So,
We'll come back as soon as the game tips off.
Please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight will be sung by PHS sophomore Miss Kiana Adams. And now for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reclaim the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Listening, Bulls Valley Lady Panthers. Number 12, Sabrina Harper.
All right, we're back. Great job by Kiana Adams.
Superb. I really enjoyed it.
Excellent.
Great voice. You asked me the question right before we came back on. How did such a big voice come from such a little person?
She's a little bitty person.
Yeah. So.
And we have our the starters for Pauls Valley. Our number 10, Lana Rodriguez. Number 20, Harley Jones. Number 12, Sebriana Cole. Number 22, Chesney Dudley. And looks like number 15, Caitlin Davenport. And our starters for Davis, Lady Wolves, our number 1, Grace Murphy. Number 11, Jordan Brown. Number 12, Haley Collins. Number 15, Jolie Grinstead. And number 21, Logan Pruitt. Jumping for Pauls Valley is number 22, Chesney Dudley, the junior. And jumping for Davis, most likely will be number 15, the senior, Jolie Grinstead.
Big part of the Davis Wolves right there.
Yes.
Lady Wolves, excuse me.
Jumping center for Pauls Valley, number 52,
And the ball ends up with Davis. Number 11, Jordan Brown, bringing the ball down for the Lady Wolves. Dribbles over to the left, kicks back to the right to Haley Collins. Haley drives the lane, shoots at the top of the key. It's off the glass and rebounded by Pauls Valley. Gets tied up with Logan Pruitt there for a jump ball. Possession stays with the Lady Panthers.
Logan's a very aggressive player. She really needs to keep that mentality throughout tonight.
Absolutely. Number 15, Caitlin Davenport, with the ball at the top of the key for the Lady Panthers. Kicks it back. Davenport back, driving the lane, picked up by Collins. Pass back out to Dudley. And Dudley double dribbles, trying to get through the lane next to Jordan Brown, and it's going to be Lady Wolves' ball. Lady Panthers are on a full court press. Murphy inbounds to Brown. Brown passes half court, and she's doubled up and trying to get rid of it. Gets over to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive the lane, bounce pass down low to Grinstead, then back out to Collins. Brown to Murphy in the corner. Kicks it back up to the top of the key to Pruitt. Pruitt over to Collins. Collins to Brown. Brown passes down low to Grinstead, who takes a power move, passes it, bounce pass, trickled off the back of the rim by Pruitt, and it's
looked like a jump ball.
It goes a jump ball, so now it's going to be back to the Lady Wolves. Jordan Brown's going to inbounds. Brown inbounds to Grinstead. Grinstead bounce pass to Brown. Murphy passes down in the lane to Grinstead. Grinstead turns, flat shot, right off the back of the glass, and it's going to be Lady Panthers' ball.
Looks like we got to kind of knock that rust off early in this game.
I think so.
Maybe some nerves coming back.
It looks like there might be a lid on the rim on both sides there. And the shot by number 20, Jones for Pauls Valley, rebounded by Murphy. And the Lady Wolves are bringing the ball down the court. Jordan Brown. Brown to Collins on the right-hand side. Looks down to Murphy, passes back to Pruitt at the top of the key. Brown on the left baseline, passes inside to Murphy, back up to Pruitt at the top of the key. On the right baseline, Haley Collins drives. Logan Pruitt, high shot, but off the back of the rim. And now the ball being brought down for the Lady Panthers by number 12, Cole. Shot by 22, Dudley, and rebound picked up by the Lady Wolves. Right now, 5:50 left in the first quarter, no score. Brown to Pruitt. Pruitt looking, kicks it over to Collins. Collins to Brown in the right baseline. Back out to the top to Grace Murphy, who's going to let the offense move a little bit. She's going to drive the lane and passes a little off to Grinstead, but Grinstead's able to save it. Gets over to Pruitt, turnover to Pauls Valley. Pruitt with the aggressive defense, though, comes back and knocks the ball out.
Kind of has to race down the course and make that defensive stop there after giving up that ball. One thing, I've talked to Coach Brown quite a bit, and turnovers have always kind of plagued, Logan, and she's really got to work on that. So good to see her hustle down and make that defensive stop.
She made up for that with a good stop. Jones with the ball at the top of the key. Pass over to number 3, Jasmine Nunez, the freshman from Pauls Valley. That ball rims out, and now we're going to go back. The Lady Wolves. Oh, no, it's a foul. Sorry. I am also rusty and out of practice. That's Grinstead's first foul. And so Harley Jones, the sophomore from Pauls Valley, is going to make her first foul shot. And that's our first score of the game. Pauls Valley won. Jones makes the second. And now the Lady Wolves have possession again. Brown dribbles down the court, over to the left, crossover behind the back. She's driving to the right, hands it off to Pruitt. Pruitt's gonna try to drive the lane, and she is fouled by number 15, Caitlin Davenport, senior. That's her first foul. And the Lady Wolves are going to take the ball out of bounds. Murphy passes into Pruitt. Pruitt kicks it down to Jordan Brown. Jordan's going to go for the little off on the three-point shot. Rebounded by Nunez. who kicks it down to number 15, Davenport, who goes in for the score. Scores now 4-0, Lady Panthers. Brown dribbles down the left side of the court, looking for somebody, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds on Nunez for the Lady Panthers. So the Lady Wolves are going to take possession again. Now coming into the game for number 1, Grace Murphy, is number 5, J.C. Lanoy, the sophomore. Sound like I'm calling a National Geographic documentary. This is really depressing.
So, talking about JC, another big athlete for the Lady Wolves, big-time track star here at Davis. Actually has an invitation to go run in Australia next summer. So
cool. That is very cool. I did not know that. It's a foul by number 14, Madison Delaplane, sends Jolie Grinstead to the foul line. She makes her first shot. And makes her second. The Lady Wolves are on the board, scores 4-2. As the Lady Wolves trail the Lady Panthers. Off pass a little bit, number 20.
Big block there by
number
Jolie.
20, Harley Jones tries to drive the baseline, and a big block by number 15, Jolie Grinstead.
My apologies, that wasn't Jolie. That was actually Logan.
Oh, by Logan Pruitt.
Yeah.
So that foul's going to go on Logan. That is her first, and Jones is going to shoot 2. She makes her first one. This is a little different from the top of the birdcage this year.
It is. She makes the second one there.
So the score now 6-2. Lady Panthers lead. And Lanoy is going to bring the ball in. Pass it into Collins. Haley Collins. Back to Lanoy. Over to Brown. Brown long pass to Logan Pruitt. Pruitt's going to drive the lane and go up for the shot. She's going to draw the shooting foul. So it's a good move by Logan, even though she didn't get the foul.
Get to the free throw line. That's a big part of the game.
Get to the line, get those easy points. Presumably easy. Foul shots are not the easiest thing in the world to shoot. Logan makes her first one, though, makes it look easy.
She's calling you a liar there from the free throw line.
Well, she's in our class, and so
she probably is saying some things about you.
She probably is saying some things about me. Second one's off. The rebound by Anna Hurd, senior from Pauls Valley. Long three attempted by Pauls Valley, but rebound made by Haley Collins. Grace Murphy looking down low for, that was Lanoy looking for Pruitt. And Pruitt back out to Lanoy, who gives it to Brown. Now Lanoy dribbling around down low to Grinstead, whose shot just goes up and over. Rebound made by Pauls Valley. Quickly moving down the floor. And the long three-point shot just off by number 22, Dudley. Lady Wolves have possession again. Oh, the steal by the Lady Panthers. And then through a crazy turn of events, the ball goes back off of the Lady Panthers. So J.C. Illinois with the big defensive pickup there.
That was a really quick play. I'd look down to mark a stat there, and by the time I look up, the ball had changed hands twice.
Yeah. So Illinois is going to inbounds the ball. Now into the game for Davis is number 2, the freshman Chloe Summers. Brown being double teamed and tries to hand it off to Grinstead. Grinstead, hard, tight defense. Lanoy with a great
good
steal.
Defense there by Lanoy.
She's going for the breakaway and up. And let's see where that foul's going to come from. This looks like a push.
Number 13.
So number 13, Abby Rodriguez, the senior for the Lady Panthers, with the foul. Brown looking for any way to get the ball in. Handoff back to Brown from Grinstead. Brown to Lanoy. And Lanoy with tries to thread the needle there to Summers, but the ball goes out of bounds on Pauls Valley.
Man, I'm glad they're down there closer to that, because from up here where we were, that looked like it went off of Summers going out of bounds.
Yeah,
there.
it did. So Chloe looking to pass the ball inbounds. Over to Jordan Brown. Jordan thinks about shooting, but she's going to try to pass it back up top of the key. Summers is going to drive to the top of the key, now halfway down the lane. Lenoy trying to get hold of the ball and lose control a little bit. And it looks like there's going to be another foul on number 13, Abby Rodriguez. That's her second foul. Pauls Valley changing out some of the players on the court. Summers to inbounds. Long inbound pass to Lenoy. Oh, wow, she almost went across the half-court line. Lenoy's going to drive the lane.
Right idea there, just bad pass and off the foot of Grinstead.
Yeah. Real quick, we'll say there is a Davis connection on the Pauls Valley bench. One of the assistant coaches for the girls is also football coach Dusty Raper, a Davis alum. So
yes, yep.
And Pauls Valley is going to score. I believe that was number 15, Davenport. So right now the score 8-3, Lady Panthers, and they're going to get the ball back. Logan Pruitt, tight defense, and she's going to draw the foul. Tried to pick Dudley's pocket there. It just didn't happen.
That Logan's.
That's her second.
That's her second foul. We got 3 fouls right now. You know, Pruitt and Grinstead are always one of the ones, you know, sometimes getting that foul trouble early. Got to keep them on the court as much as possible.
Yep. Now, Pauls Valley passing the ball around. Dudley's trying to drive the lane. All covered up by Lenoy, who comes away with the steal again. So already, J.C. Lenoy having a big impact on defense. Hand off to Brown. Brown dribbles in, back out to Summers. Summers with the long three, and it's good. So the Lady Wolves pull within 2. It's 8-6. Lady Panthers driving the ball down the court. Rebound by Lenoy, who's going to pull up short, try to slow it down just a little bit. 1:40 left in the quarter. Brown has the ball near half court. And pass low down to Grinstead. Grinstead takes a power dribble. One step, and it's in. So now what seemed like was a wide gap is now tied up again. Long shot for Dudley, and it's good. So that said, the Lady Panthers jump out 11-8. So 1:10 left in the quarter. And Chloe Summers brings the ball across the court for the Lady Wolves. Hand off to Haley Collins. Haley Collins going to drive the lane and draws the shooting foul. And it looks like the foul is going to be on number 20, Harley Jones. So these are Haley Collins' first shots. Her first shot just bounces off the back of the rim. Looks like Grace Murphy is going to come in the game for number 15, Jolie Grinstead, for the Lady Wolves. Haley's second shot is good. Moves the Lady Wolves up to 9. And Pauls Valley bringing the ball down. Number 3, Nunez, kicks it back up to number 5, Chronister. Nope, I'm sorry, 15. That was 15, Davenport. Now Lenoy back out to Collins. Collins going to drive. Quick shot off the front of the rim. Long pass up to number 20, Jones. But Brown came up from behind, tried to knock that ball away. So that's Jordan Brown's first foul. Harley Jones' first shot is good. Jones makes both, and now with 38 seconds left in the quarter, it's 13-9. Lady Panthers leading the Lady Wolves. Chloe Summers passes the ball across half court to J.C. Lenoy. Lenoy looks low to Grace Murphy, who's going to dribble around, looks like going up, and then not. And J.C. Lenoy drives the baseline with a real pretty floater right over the top. 13-11 with 18 seconds left in the quarter. Pauls Valley moving the ball around, knocked loose by Brown. Now double team. And number 15, Caitlin Davenport, passing the ball around. There's a long three-point shot by number 3, Nunez. 1 second left in the quarter. And at the end of the first, the Lady Wolves trail the visiting Lady Panthers 16-11. So overall, I think it was a slow start to the first quarter, but it definitely picked up in the last half of the quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I noticed here is Jones, man, they really got to keep her off the line. She was absolutely perfect from the free-point line.
Jones goes 5 for 5 on the line.
Yeah, she went 5 for 5. That right now they're shooting well from the Pauls Valley side.
And even Davis near the end, we started hitting some of the shots. Both teams have hit a three-pointer.
Yeah, both teams have a three-pointer. They've got a couple more attempts than we do. And Jolie 1 for 3. In that first quarter, a little slow start, but kind of started to pick it up. Started to feel that shot. If they stay in a man defense, I really think that bodes well for us because we can go through Jolie down there in the bottom.
Right.
But you could see it right here. Pauls Valley's getting up in your face and staying on you, and they're playing some hardcore defense. So. And
I think both teams have settled a little bit, have settled into.
Yeah.
Kind of what they want to do. I think, there's probably rust on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're about to start off the second quarter here. Nunez for Pauls Valley passing the ball into number 15, Davenport. Davenport to Nunez. Back over to Cole. Davenport, Nunez. Davenport passes over to number 20. That's Jones. Davenport to Nunez. Cole looking down low. Davis with good pressure right now. Davenport drives the lane, rims around, and rebound by Grinstead. Long pass by Lanoy to Grace Murphy. Grace takes a step to the left. Haley Collins wide open three-point shot. That brings them within 2. Nunez to Jones. Cole back to Nunez up top. Covered tight by Chloe Summers. And then back down low to Davenport. Davenport passed down low to number 13, Rodriguez. Davenport dribbles in, takes a shot from middle of the lane. Rebound by Haley Collins. Collins brings the ball across, and she's double-teamed. Pass to Summers, who's also double-teamed. And ball knocked loose by Pauls Valley. I know JC was trying to go for that. For that block there,
but that's almost kind of a wasteful foul, really. You're on the backside there. You're probably not going to get the block. Even if you do, you're probably going to get called for the foul. So
she's also putting Davenport back on the line, who is 5 for 5 right now.
Yes.
And now 6 for 6. So that's somebody you want to, I feel like the Lady Wolves want to keep off of the line.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one you almost, chalk that one up, let her have the layup, and don't give her those free shots. Maybe you get lucky and she might miss the layup.
And she makes.
Right now she's perfect from the line, and she's not going to miss.
7 for 7, and looks like we've got a few new Lady Panthers coming out on the court. And so right now the Lady Panthers lead the Lady Wolves 18-14. Haley Collins bringing the ball up for the Lady Wolves. Collins letting the offense move a little bit and dribbles in, handoff to Grinstead. Grinstead passed off to Summers. Summers looks and then drives back to the right, kicks it over to Collins. Trying to get into the lane. Summers with the drive. Wide open shot by Grace Murphy. It's long, with a rebound by Jolie Grinstead.
Almost kind of want to, not call anything to get that easy layup,
but foul, but it was foul on the floor by Harley Jones on Jolie Grinstead. Are they? No, it's inbounds.
That's 7 fouls, so that's 1 and 1
so
there.
They're in the bonus.
Yeah.
So Jolie Grinstead gets the 1-on-1, so that'll work.
This is usually it's the other way around. Usually we're the first one with the foul trouble.
I'm really not used to that. So Grinstead's shot goes in and out, but it's rebounded by by Lanoy.
And one right there.
And so Grinstead gets the rebound off of Lanoy's miss and gets the and one. So it's 16-18. Lady Wolves trail. Jolie Grinstead at the line for 1. And the foul by number 22, Chesney Dudley. Grinstead makes that one, now only trailing by 1, and the Lady Panthers are going to bring the ball back down the court. Quick pass over. And that was good heads-up defense by Summers to knock the ball back loose, gets it back over. And solid defense by the Lady Wolves. Grace Murphy with the rebound. Lenoy brings the ball down, and it goes off of her foot. So the Lady Wolves will give up possession.
Again, going back to that whole turnover thing, in a close game like this, those are things you just can't have happen. You got to be able to control the ball and settle down and make good plays.
So Davenport bringing the ball down for Pauls Valley. Over to number 4, Veals. To, looks like number 21, Anna Hurd. Davenport, that's, it's hard to keep all their names straight. Davenport down to Veals. Veals with the long shot. It's airballed. And Haley Collins is going to pick that up. She's going to try to take it down court. Pass over to Grinstead. Grinstead kicks it over to Lenoy. Lenoy brings it across half court. Hand off to Haley Collins. Collins, good move by Grace Murphy.
She actually carried the ball just a little bit there, so they got her for the walk.
Oh.
Just that little half step got her.
Because at first, what it looked like a really good move to just totally fake out her defenders.
Yeah. Problem is she faked out herself and didn't keep her dribble there.
I hate it when that happens. Pauls Valley bringing the ball down the court. Hard defense by the Lady Wolves. They are all over.
That's one of those things. You see that 2-3 zone from us a lot, and you'll see it both in the girls' game and in the boys' game. We teach them young here, that defense right there. It's a good defense. It makes you work. You got to have some athletes to be able to run it, though.
Yeah, because, while you think of man-to-man being a lot harder to run, but that zone you have to cover. That you've got that area you've got to cover. Shot up by Pauls Valley, and the shot is off. Final rebound made by Jolie Grinstead. So we're going to look out. The Lady Wolves on the court are Jordan Brown, Haley Collins, Jolie Grinstead, Morgan Scott, and Chloe Summers. Breakaway layup by Pauls Valley. Summers bringing the ball down, pass it off to Brown. Brown drives to the left, regains possession, back over to Summers. Summers driving right down the middle of the lane. Quick shot up.
Got that shot right in their face, too.
And so the Lady Wolves trail by 1. Davenport drives the lane, and the Lady Panthers have possession. Chloe Summers was all over that, so it's going to go back out of bounds. Nunez for Pauls Valley is going to pass the ball in. And Logan Pruitt is going to come in for Haley Collins. Pauls Valley passing the ball around. Number 5, Chronister out on the court. Logan Pruitt with the steal going up for the layup. Great layup, follow through by Logan Pruitt. And the Lady Wolves take their first lead of the night. 21-20 with 3:40 left in the half. Nunez with the long shot. Off the back of the rim, rebound by Jolie Grinstead, and Jolie swinging those bows.
Yeah. Jolie's a big body down there, and tough cookie, for sure. I believe that means she's back to the line.
She's going back to the line. That's a foul by number 3, Nunez, but that is the 9th team foul for for Pauls Valley. I don't know why I'm confused. Welcome back from Christmas break, everybody.
She sinks the first one there.
So Lady Wolves pull ahead by 2 now. And Jolie's second shot is off. Rebound by Pauls Valley, and they're going to take a timeout. Real quick, while we're up here, again, I'm Jared Morris with Bobby Alexander. We teach the WOLF, the Howell Media class here at Davis High School. Tonight, our crew are Blake G on one of our cameras, Sherry Wyatt, Blake Mangus also doing our sound tonight, and
Natalie.
And Natalie and Legend doing a little running for us tonight, back and forth.
It always helps to have those runners, especially when you and I are up here commentating, because we're big guys getting up and down these stairs. It's not fun.
Let's be real honest, I'm not even in the booth. So.
Our very special booth provided by the Ag Department.
By the Davis Ag
and then
Department.
The banner that goes around it provided by Outdoor Solutions. It looks awesome. We really appreciate it.
It really does look good. Pauls Valley back with the ball. Davenport with the long shot. Davis with the rebound. Ball's being brought up to court by the Lady Wolves, number 2, Chloe Summers. Summers off to Scott. And the ball goes down low and picked up by Pruitt, who now gives it. Now it's a jump ball.
No, I think he actually called a foul there.
Did he call a foul?
Yeah, he did. We're going to get the shots there.
Okay. Now that's going to send the freshman, number 2, Chloe Summers, to the line.
And that's actually a double bonus, so she's going to shoot 2.
Very confusing.
It was. The ball was on the floor rolling around a lot, but the Lady Wolves kept pushing it, trying to get it to a teammate, and so it really never left their possession, and that's why we were able to get that foul drawn on for us.
Right. Summers makes her first shot as they're in double bonus now. Misses the second shot, but she's going to get the rebound with a little help from Logan Pruitt. And now the Lady Wolves have possession again. Pass off to Summers. Summers across the court to Pruitt. Pruitt's going to pass inside to Grinstead. Grinstead way out. Long shot by Morgan Scott. It's off. But
again,
I
think they just called it a jump ball.
So it looks like number 20, Harley Jones. She comes up with the rebound, and she is met by the entire Lady Wolves basketball team. And the jump ball.
No, they didn't. They called that a foul on Logan, I guess.
So that's Logan Pruitt's third foul. And so now the Lady Panthers bringing the ball down, trailing by 3. Long shot by Nunez. One thing you have to watch, she's made one of those, but she's not afraid to pull that.
No, she'll pull up any time there.
And we got timeout. Coach Brown's going to take a timeout, talk to his team. So right now with about 2:30 left in the half, your Lady Wolves lead the visiting Lady Panthers 23-20.
And I'm going to say a big part of that right now, as I look through these stats here, defensive rebounds. I mean, we've got a ton of them here, really outworking the Panthers on the board. We keep that up, and I really think we can hang in there.
Let's see, who's leading with it? Is that
we got 2 of them with 3 rebounds each.
Logan Pruitt and Jolie Grinstead both have 3 defensive.
Almost everybody that's been on the floor has got at least one. Even some of them have some of them on the offensive board. So really working those boards hard. Got to keep that up. Obviously more chances you put up, and better chance you get to win. So
I'm glad you're the stat man. I just get to sit here and talk. I don't like it.
I'll do my best to keep up. I'm not normally a basketball stat guy.
If you could actually see this, Bobby is doing about 3 jobs, and I'm barely doing 1. So this works. Collins looking down low. She's going to dribble around to the right. She's back up at the top of the key. Kicks it over to Brown. Panthers, tight defense. Collins got a little wiggle room. She's going to dribble down to the lane, and they're going to call her for the travel.
Oh, man, I'm going to say I really kind of disagree with that one. I thought she got fouled before she ever walked there.
I thought so, too. So Pauls Valley's going to bring the ball down the court. Davenport at the top of the key, pass to Nunez. Over to Jones. And back up top. Now we've got Davenport driving the lane right around Jolie Grinstead to score that, and going to pull within 1. 23-22, Davis leads, minute 50 left in the half. Brown bringing the ball up court, crosses half court. She's going to drive down low, pass to Scott. Scott over to Collins. Collins is going to fake, and quick shot. Didn't hit the rim. Scott just about had a steal there. Jones bringing the ball down, back over to Nunez. Nunez to Davenport, who's covered by Scott. Back out to Davenport, who's going to drive the lane. Nunez real quick on that trigger, and she's going to make that one. It's another 3-pointer for Pauls Valley. And so now the Lady Wolves trail by 2. And that's one thing I think that the Lady Panthers are comfortable with letting Nunez jack those up because they will go in eventually.
Right now she's 2 for 3 really. So
Davenport with the steal. She's going to pull up halfway through the lane. Beautiful shot. And so now it's 27-23 Lady Panthers with 48 seconds left in the half. Brown bringing the ball down court. Working the clock a little bit. Still a lot of basketball to go, and the game's pretty tight. So Scott drives the lane a little bit. Pass over, but she moved a little too much, looking to get that pass off. Goes over to Haley Collins.
Again, I don't want to be that homer guy, but, that guy's getting kind of loose on that whistle with that walk call. I don't know that I agree with that one there.
So it looks like Jones is going to bring the ball in for the Lady Panthers, pass to Davenport. And Davenport's just going to dribble around a little bit. Doesn't look like they're being real aggressive here, just killing the clock. Playing a little stall ball.
Yeah, they want to take that last second shot there. Maybe even try to Nunez off the court. So maybe Davenport try to get the last shot here.
Right. So and between Davenport and Nunez, that's where their points have come from.
Yeah, absolutely.
So and the Lady Wolves just frustrating them a little bit. That was a long shot by.
We say that, and then there you go. That's another shooter.
That was Cibriana Cole with a long ball. So that's gonna take the Lady Panthers up by 7. You're at the end of this first half. Your score is the visiting Pauls Valley Lady Panthers 30. I'll be able to talk in a minute, and your Lady Wolves from Davis at 23. So it looks like here in a little bit we'll have some halftime stats for you and get those out to you. We appreciate you tuning in. How many people do we got watching, Bobby?
We have 18 right now.
Hey, we love all 18 of you. And none of them is not me at this time.
It is not
Sometimes we'll be like, hey, we have one viewer. Well, it's me. I'm the one checking to make sure everything's working. But we appreciate you joining us for our fresh back from winter break game tonight. Right after this game, the Davis Wolves will take on the visiting Pauls Valley Panthers. Seeing a lot of with colleges still being on break right now. Seeing a lot of alumni.
Yeah, I did
tonight.
A lot of alumni coming back trying to enjoy this. This is one of those tight-knit communities right here in Davis. Where I say that, and actually a lot of people are homegrown right here. You and I, however, we've discussed this during football season. We are outsiders.
I don't even live here.
Yeah, so that's been a little bit of a different.
Funny.
But,
I live in Pauls Valley.
You actually, you're coming down from.
I'm gonna ride back on the bus. No.
Save you a little gas money.
Yeah.
It is a real tight knit community here. People stay here and raise their families here. I actually married into the Davis community. I've been here 19 years now, which is a long time.
That is a long time.
But
I actually had one of our faculty, who is also an outsider, asked me the other day, said, Mr. Morse, did you go to school here at some point? Because I know a lot about the town and where things are. And the reason is I worked at Falls Creek for 6 summers. And so
again,
every summer I was around.
Yeah.
And, my weekends I wasn't going to go back to the Panhandle to go home. So I just catted around Davis for weekends. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's, a lot of people don't realize Falls Creek is nationally known camp here in town. Or just outside of town that a lot of people here work for. A lot of the staff here at Davis, that's where they go work.
That's their summer job.
That's their summer job. So, you're more acclimated than you really care to admit. But we are a tight knit community here.
I've had many meals at the Sonic.
Many meals at the Sonic. Probably at the Sonic now and the previous one actually.
Yes.
So which is
mostly
now,
at the previous one,
which is actually a donut store now. So. Some halftime stats here for the Pauls Valley Panthers. Not a lot of people taking shots, but man, when they do, they're going in. Nunez is 3 for 4. Cole, she's 3 for 4, just total from the field. Davenport is 4 of 5 from the field, but also actually perfect from the free throw line.
And
she's had 8 shots from the free throw line. So that's a big part of their offense right now.
Cole just comes out of nowhere with that one shot.
That one shot there at
taken.
the end that you and I totally thought it was going to be Davenport with Nunez being off the floor.
Yeah.
And so those three right there, really those two, Nunez and Davenport, a big portion of the Pauls Valley offense. So, I don't know what Coach Brown's got to do in the locker room there at halftime, but, man, we got to come back and put a hand in their face right there and not get Davenport to the line.
Absolutely.
On our side, man, it's really not a bad game at all. Grinstead struggled a little bit early from the line, came back. She's 4 of 5 from the line, 50% from the floor. Collins coming in with some big shots there at the end. She hit that 1 for 1 from the 3-point line. She is 0 for from the floor, but still, 50% total.
Right.
So not bad. Again, the boards, we are eating them up. You take either one of Pauls Valley's players off the court right there, we maybe don't foul Davenport so much, and all of a sudden, I think that's probably a 5 or 6 point swing in this game, and
exactly.
It's a lot closer than what it is.
And right now, and it didn't jump out to what it is until right there at the end.
No. We actually were a 2-point lead with about 2 minutes to go in that quarter.
I think our biggest lead was 3.
Yep.
But 23-30, there's still a whole half to go, and so I think we've got a lot. The Lady Wolves have a lot of good they can build on.
Yep.
And definitely still in this game. So
I definitely think they need to come out not hanging their heads in the second half and maybe be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to defending those two.
Right.
But right now I know the score says otherwise, but stats wise I think we're kind of winning this ball game, especially on the board side, and just got to get a few more shots to drop.
And that's one thing in basketball. Especially if you can lead on the boards, you have the possession, and whoever's got the most possession almost always will win the ball game. So
right.
I think we're doing really well. We got about 2 minutes 30 seconds left in halftime. Do you want to run? We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in a little bit with the second half from the Bird Cage, and we'll see you then. Hey, we're back.
That was a quick break there, just to kind of maybe take a little breather. Got about 45 seconds till the ball game comes back.
Because these headphones are making my ears sweat. And so, although I will say this is probably the coolest temperature-wise it has been at one of these ball games.
Yes, absolutely. I'm kind of shocked that the heaters aren't blaring, but it has been like 65, 70 degrees outside.
That's pretty crazy. But getting ready to start this back up. Looks like possession will go to the Lady Wolves. So Grace Murphy pass into Jordan Brown. Brown's going to bring it across half court. Looking low. Pass into Grinstead at the top of the key. He's going to get it down to Collins. Collins quick with the shot, and it's good for 2. Davenport passed down to Dudley, and now it's over to Jones. Jones is going to take a couple dribbles, try to go up with the shot. Rebound made by Cole.
You know, right here, I think you really got to kind of worry about Davenport because Nunez is still on the bench.
Now it looks like
I think they're going to call her out, even though she was really shoved.
But Davenport's going to bring the ball in for Pauls Valley. So Davenport into Jones, back to Davenport. Davenport with a long shot, and it's off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Haley Collins. Collins bringing the ball up the court. And now back up to Brown. Brown dribbles to the right-hand side. Letting the offense move a little bit. Down low to Grinstead. Grinstead's going to power around. Pass into Collins, and Collins with another shot. And Haley Collins with 4 points already in the half. And that's one thing, she's usually a distributor.
Yeah,
she usually is giving the ball, passing the ball around, and she's really been on it tonight.
But, you know, I do think we have 2 or 3 different girls that can score at any moment.
And I think the Lady Wolves are seeing the high hand.
Yeah.
And she's been on. So the Lady Panthers coach taking a quick break because kind of see what's going on because all of a sudden the Lady Wolves are back within 3.
Yeah, back within 3 all because Collins, you know, basically almost virtually wide open there in the first play, and then the second play made a good move to get around and have basically the same shot again.
It was a good look by Grinstead to see her down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was a good pass.
And that's one thing, you know, I think Grinstead kind of gets overlooked for is, you know, she is a big part of the Lady Wolves offense, but at the same time, I mean, she's a good facilitator too.
Yeah.
So,
well, and I think there's one that's been said to me by somebody that has watched an outsider watching, said they feel like even if she's not scoring or everything, a lot of times the offense does flow through her.
Yeah,
you know, it does
almost
move
has
around
to.
her. Yeah.
Yep.
So Collins is going to bring the ball down for the Lady Wolves. She's double teamed. Pass over to Brown. Brown down low to Pruitt, who passes the ball into Grinstead, and Grinstead goes up for the shot. Bounces off, but it's going to be rebounded by number 1, Grace Murphy.
Again, back to that boards thing, you know, down there working, getting those boards again.
They're
keep
putting
us in
the
game,
work in. So right now, so far this game, a lot of hustle from the Lady Wolves. Wolves. Shot by number 15, Grinstead. Back out, and a long shot by Haley Collins right off the front of the rim. It's going to be rebounded by Jones for Pauls Valley. Jones to Davenport, and Davenport drives the left-hand side and pass over to Dudley. Back to Jones. Cole. And back out to Dudley. Dudley with the long shot. Pruitt with the rebound. No, that was
Collins.
Collins with the rebound. And she's just moving the ball around. She's doing a great job. Jordan Brown has the ball top by half court. Almost stolen by Pauls Valley. Grinstead with the ball at the top of the key. She's going to dribble back out to half court. Pass
that's something
Brown.
you don't see very often for us is Grinstead at the top of the key with the
No,
ball.
that's really weird. Brown looking, pass it inside to Pruitt. Pruitt looking low and back over to Brown. That's one thing. They've really been covering Jordan Brown tight tonight, not letting her get any separation. Now, I think even though I don't like it, I think that worked out because if not, I don't think she was going to shoot it and it would have been traveling.
Yeah. Honestly, that was a good call.
So I would rather that not, because that won't go down as the turnover. So
right.
So Davenport's going to bring the ball down for Pauls Valley. They still lead 30-27 with about 5:15 left in the third quarter. A wide open shot by number 14, Madison Delaplane, but she misses, and the rebound goes with the Lady Wolves. So the Lady Wolves again working the boards. Grace Murphy looks down low to Jolie Grinstead, who's going to take a quick dribble, power step, 2 points, and now the Lady Wolves only trail by 1.
Good move there by Grinstead to get inside.
Absolutely. Davenport to Jones and then over to Dudley. Back to Jones. Davenport feeds over to Cole in the corner. And then Dudley wide open. Great shot to give the Lady Panthers 2. Lady Panthers with steady defense, but Haley Collins all over the floor. And then steal and the bucket by Jolie Grinstead. So again, now only down by 1. Lady Panthers moving the ball around the perimeter. Davenport off her own foot out to Jones. Now Dudley pass down low to Delaplane. And there's a foul. Looks like number 1. Looks like they're going to call that on number 1, Grace Murphy, and that is her first. What were you going to say, Bobby?
I was actually just going to say, that Davenport, man, she's got to be getting gassed. I don't know that she's been hardly out of the game.
Oh, no, she's been all over the place. There's a
good
is
work
Logan
there.
Pruitt on the floor again. Good hustle by Pruitt.
Her 5th rebound actually ended up on the floor and still able to make the pass there.
So Jordan Brown letting the Lady Wolves move around a little bit. Pass out to Lenoy. Lenoy dribbles to the top of the key. Gives to Pruitt. Back over to Collins. Collins down low to Grinstead. And Grinstead was passing to Pruitt. And, wow, that just happened. So
she actually was not looking.
She was not looking.
Yeah, she was not
she
looking.
Got
the
the
ball,
pass.
Ball hit her in the back.
Then went over to Lenoy, who ended up in the corner and saved it. And then Coach Brown
immediately calls timeout because I think he kind of saw that we were getting a little. We were getting a little spastic there with the ball. Not really, Yes, it's 32-31. It's a close game, but right now we're beating them on the board. We're getting shots inside. I don't think we need to get crazy with it.
Right.
We just need to keep stuff going right here and keep moving the way we are. Pauls Valley
and that's not something you think about too. Is like the timeout is strategic.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. It's a tool.
Yeah,
it's not just a hey, I need to talk to you. It's hey, I can do this, and we get the ball here.
Right.
So I thought that was a really good call by Coach Brown to see that.
Yep, I agree. Pauls Valley, starting to look a little gassed. They've got a lot of girls over there on the bench, but
they're not moving them in.
They haven't stretched real deep into that bench.
So Summers pass inbounds to Pruitt down low to Grinstead, and Grinstead, I thought that was going in.
Almost had that offensive rebound again.
That offensive rebound, but it's going to go out of bounds. And now, for the first time in the half, Nunez is back in the game for Pauls Valley.
Yeah, and that's kind of shocking. I really thought she'd be out there quite a bit, especially right out of the gate.
So Davenport to Hurd, and then that's going to be poked loose by Logan Pruitt, and then it goes off the ref.
Good job.
And she gets the ball back from the ref and then makes the layup. So that was crazy.
Pruitt now 2 for 2 actually on the floor. So
good defense by the Lady Wolves, and Logan Pruitt
again on the floor.
On the floor.
I jokingly last year when I'd come watch a lot of the games, I would jokingly call her the Tasmanian Devil. At the time I didn't know Logan very well, but she was all over the court all the time.
And now she's in our class.
Yes, so now we know her really well, and we can enforce that. Yes, she is in fact a Tasmanian Devil.
She's all over the place. J.C. Lenoy bringing the ball up for the Lady Wolves. Right now the Lady Wolves are leading 33-32, 2:40 left in the quarter. Pruitt with the ball at the top of the key. And up near half court, Summers now looks down low, pass to Grinstead. Grinstead out to Collins. Collins down low to Pruitt, who gets the ball knocked out and is going to pick it back up. I don't think that went out of bounds.
He's saying her toe looked there like it was on the line, man. I don't know about that. But again, this is where Logan really needs to kind of settle down a little bit. Not so much on the defensive side, but.
Yeah. Long shot by Davenport, and that one's good. So the Lady Panthers are going to pull ahead 35-33. Summers looking to get the ball inbounds, and Haley Collins is going to bring up the ball. I don't think we've ever seen that this much where Haley brings the ball up.
Not a whole
she's
lot.
Usually a
Not a
post
whole
player,
lot.
So, but she's been doing a great job.
But I think that speaks to her abilities to be a big and
long pass from Grinstead.
Backcourt there.
And it's going to go backcourt. I just think she just threw it out.
Yeah, but back to what I was saying there about Haley, being a big and being able to handle the ball enough to get up and down the court. Looks like Coach Brown is going to give Jolie Grinstead a little break here, give her a little breather. Going to need her late in that fourth quarter.
I don't really think she's left the court much. So.
No.
Well, and it's kind of abnormal. They're not in foul trouble.
Right.
We've actually done pretty well with fouls. So.
Right. That's usually one of our Achilles' heels, to be honest.
So Summers looking to get the ball in quickly. Finds Lanoy. Now got to get the ball across half court. J.C. Lanoy moving quickly. Pass into Murphy. Murphy with the power dribble and the bucket. And that brings us tied. 35 all. Minute 38 left in the quarter. Nunez to Davenport. Davenport with the quick shot from the elbow, and it's good. Wow. The dagger. The dagger from the corner. That's crazy.
That girl right there, Davenport, just does not miss. But one girl can't beat you.
No.
We've made a really good run here in the second half.
Pruitt's going to drive, and she goes the pass, and they're going to call the charge on Logan Pruitt.
That's actually going to be Logan's fourth foul there, so she's really going to have, we just talked about it. I think we almost maybe jinked ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Logan getting in that foul trouble, but give her credit. We're 1 minute away from the fourth quarter, and that was just now Logan's fourth. So.
Yeah. So now Davenport's going to bring the ball down for the Lady Panthers. He kicks it over to Hurd. Hurd. And Cole. Hurd going to try to drive around Collins. And it looks like they're going to call Collins for the foul. And that's only Collins' first foul.
That is her first foul. Most of the game, yeah.
So that's Hurd's first. And her second bucket. So 39-35 with 1:04 left in the third. And Jordan Brown's going to bring the ball down for the Lady Wolves. And
I think he called 5 seconds there. Something
but she's dribbling.
Yeah, I don't know about that call.
Unless they were calling, but I mean they didn't even call 3 in the lane. They just called 5 seconds, and she had the ball. And in high school basketball, there's no shot clock, so I don't know where that 5 seconds comes from. If you're dribbling, you can have the ball.
Right, yeah. I'm not sure.
You don't have the time. So
again, basketball not my forte. All sports, I love all sports, but not my forte. So I have to consult my
Well, and I was not
my
built
resources.
for basketball. I had 5 fouls to give, and I gave them liberally. So now Pauls Valley back with the ball. Cole looking for Davenport. Now Cole down to Hurd. Hurd with the shot. And they're going to jump up 41-35. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Chloe Summers bringing the ball across the court. She's double teamed, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're putting on pressure, and I think the Lady Wolves are getting a little flustered.
Yeah, they got in a couple of girls that hadn't really been off the court. Looks like Nunez coming back on the court for the Panthers
Nunez,
there.
Summers is going to sit down for the Lady Wolves. Right now you've got Lanoy, Brown, Grinstead, Murphy, and Collins. And Hurd, who's had the hot hand right now, had the ball there. Davenport now looking. She's double-teamed. Hurd again. And she's going to knock the ball off of Grinstead's knee. And I don't agree with that at all.
Not at all. I mean, she really didn't even have a chance to stand up with the ball, and they're going to call it for a walk there. I 100% disagree with that one.
Good defense again, and Grinstead
just going to throw it down
with that
there.
Desperation throw, and that is the end of the third quarter. So we move into the final frame, 41-35. The Lady Panthers lead your Lady Wolves here at the Birdcage. Myself, Jared Morris, and Bobby Alexander bringing you the game from the Pete Bird Sports Arena here at Davis. I think this is the first time I've seen the cheerleaders on the court tonight.
Yeah, this actually game has gone really quick.
Yeah, and really it is. The game has gone very quickly.
We're just now just over an hour in, and we started our broadcast tonight a few minutes early. So I would say this game's probably right about an hour.
Absolutely. And while we've got about 20 seconds left, real quick shout out to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, CNC Backhoe, Jones Jewelry, Hilltop Animal Health, Vision Bank, First National Bank of Davis, Pauls Valley National Bank, Landmark Bank, Sooner Pharmacy,
I think you got them all.
Did I get them all?
That's twice. You are 2 for 2.
I'm going home. No, I'm still working. But no, I do think I got them all. I don't think I missed one. If I did, I'll remember later.
All right, so this is kind of what I expected to see coming out of the halftime break here. But Nunez and Davenport both back on the court for the Panthers.
And that makes me curious about the long time that Nunez wasn't out there.
Yeah,
so I don't really know.
Not sure.
So now Cole with the ball off to the right, being guarded by Brown. Now the Lady Wolves still working that 2-3, and it's working very well. It's worked well most of the night. Nunez with the ball over to Cole. Cole down to Hurd. And it's knocked away, jump ball, and that's going to go to Davis. So Haley Collins again with getting tied up with the ball is going to get possession back for the Lady Wolves. Brown being guarded by Cole. Pass to Collins. Collins back to Brown. And Brown driving the lane, and it's going to be knocked away by Davenport, and she's going to break away. Jolie Grinstead and puts the hand in there.
I think they're going to call Collins for that one, actually. Or I'm sorry, Murphy.
Yeah,
they're going to call Murphy from the back.
Pocket,
yep.
So good, because I did not think that looked like a foul on Jolie Grinstead. So.
No, I think Jolie got her there and slowed her down and almost forced Murphy to run into her.
That's only Murphy's second foul. Now the score, 42-35. That's Davenport again at the line. She is not the one you want to put there right now. Is she still perfect from the line?
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to contend with.
Golly. So now it's 43-35. Lady Wolves bringing up the ball. 7 minutes left in the half. That was close. We almost had a backcourt violation there. That was really tight. But Lady Wolves still have possession. Grace Murphy's going to drive the lane, and she's going to try to carry up. And they're going to call the charge again.
Grace Murphy all of a sudden up to 3 fouls pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And
I'm honestly, again, we get to play the homer card. That's how we
do get to play the homer card.
Those feet were not set. So.
Moving the ball around.
Moving the ball around. Nunez looks down. Hurd inside to Cole. Oh, good try by Jordan Brown, but Cole's going to put that one up, and now it's going to be 45-35. So the Lady Panthers have kind of moved out a little bit, gotten a little distance. Looks like Pruitt's going to come back in here in just a minute, and Collins out to Murphy. Murphy trying to work it inside a little bit. She's swinging around, puts the ball up. We're going to get the foul. So Murphy's going to go up for 2.
I believe that's Davenport's that's her 3rd foul, actually.
Only her 3rd foul.
Only her 3rd foul. Oh, no, excuse me, her 2nd foul, sorry.
Okay, and we're back. And Grace Murphy now. That second shot is good.
She goes 1 for 2 there.
So Davenport's going to bring the ball down for the Lady Panthers. Nice pass to Cole. Now back over to Jones, and Grace is going to get called for her 4th.
That's her 4th foul there, really, really fast.
And I mean, in the last few minutes, she's just been all over and maybe trying to do a little too much there. But she's going to come out. Chloe Summers is going to come back in. Jones with the ball top of the key. Now back up to Jones from Davenport. Back over to Davenport. Davenport's going to try to drive around. Back to Jones. Jones swings it back left to Davenport, who's going to get it down to Dudley. Dudley to Cole. Jones trying to move the ball around herself a little bit. Oh, left Dudley wide open, kind of drive the lane. Jones to Cole. Down low to Davenport, who's going to try to kick it inside to number 13, Rodriguez. Davis is going to come with the ball, and
Drawing the foul there.
Drawing
by
the
Chloe.
foul. That was well played. Chloe Summers going to the line.
If you notice, Pauls Valley on the offensive end, they don't dribble the ball a whole lot.
No, it's all passes.
They really move the ball well. That's kind of when we end up with those turnovers is when the girls start putting the ball on the floor. So if we can get them to start kind of doing that and maybe denying them a few more of those passes.
All right, cut off those passing lanes and make them go a certain direction.
Yep.
So Summers misses the first. And makes the second. So Davenport bring the ball down to Dudley. And she's going to get for the tip.
That was a good pass by Davenport there.
Very good pass. Rebound by Jolie Grinstead. And Jason Lenoy is going to bring the ball down the court. And a quick pass to Grinstead over to Summers. Summers going to drive the lane from the elbow. And it's up and out. And she is covered up by, so they're calling a jump ball.
Oh, man, that's real close there. I'm kind of shocked we got that jump ball call there.
So this is going to be the Panthers ball. Lady Panthers. Jones is going to take this one out. We got 4:57 left in the game. And the score 45-37 Lady Panthers. Lady Panthers passing the ball up the court. Hurd's going to drive the lane, and she loses the dribble.
I think they got her for double dribble there and going to give us the ball back again.
And that's just back what you said, Bobby.
Yeah.
Whenever they try to dribble, that's when we get the turnovers. So Summers looking to pass the ball in. Gets it into Brown. Brown trying to get it across half court. She's going to drive to the left. So just over the Wolf at half. Then pass over to Logan Pruitt. Pruitt to Lenoy. Lenoy to Brown. Brown down low to Grinstead. Kicks it back out to Summers. Summers with the three from deep. And they pull within 5. 4:20 left in the game.
Again, my stats aren't perfect, but I believe that's her second time to pull up from beyond the arc and her second made.
And there's another rebound for Jolie Grinstead. So, again, the Lady Wolves are eating it up off the boards today. So Brown pushing the ball across the court and looking low, looking for somebody, and
Coach calls timeout there.
Coach calls timeout. Another one of those strategic timeouts because I
don't think he liked what he was seeing, so he went and called that timeout.
Well, and it kind of looked like the call was mixed, like didn't really know where it was going. So that's okay. We're fine with that.
A couple of girls kind of standing around looking like they didn't really know what was going on, didn't know what they were supposed to be running. So.
Hey, sometimes I don't know what's going on, Bobby, so it's fine.
That's part of all of us. I think we all kind of struggle with that sometimes. Mr. Morris, you and I have talked a lot about this as we got about 5 seconds left about the student section here.
Yes.
And I once again am going to call them out. Because
I got nothing.
You and I come from schools where you got to be loud and proud, and they got to get a little bit rowdier down there. I know a few of them down there. They like to talk big, but they got to step it up, man.
I thought they were doing well at first with the them being out there, and they did for a few games.
We challenged them, and they kind of came out and were wild and crazy for a few games, and they've kind of simmered back down.
And
now,
a little bit. They're sitting down. Yeah, so there it is, challenge. We'll have to talk to Mr. Owens about that one again as I'm talking over the game. But we'll have to talk to Mr. Owens. So that's absolutely. The challenge. That's the challenge student section.
Jolie goes up and draws the foul there.
So you will be joined by Mr. Morris and Mr. Alexander if you don't
perk it up a little bit.
Yeah. Because we would love to sit with a bunch of high school kids.
Yeah, I think we can get them a little rowdy.
Yeah. Jolie's second shot goes in. Pulls within 4. 3:53 left in the game.
Looks like we're going to back off and play half-court defense here.
And letting them come to that 2-3. Davenport brings the ball down. Hurd back up to Davenport. Davenport kicks to Jones. Jones down at the elbow to Hurd, who's going to look. Davenport back to Jones. Davis keeping them from, and see, she had plenty of time to drive in and wouldn't do it. So the Lady Panthers not going to dribble. That's a jump ball, and that's going to go Davis.
Man, I really think that was – I heard a couple of people right here in front of us yell out over the back. Man, I don't know how that wasn't over the back, but they're going to call it a jump ball, but we still end up with the ball.
Now, Pauls Valley, Nunez is coming back on the court. Notable because, she is kind of their deep threat. So Jordan Brown bringing the ball across for the Lady Wolves. 3:15 left in the game, and they're really moving the ball well. That jump ball is going to go to the Lady Panthers, and it just got away from them a little bit.
I see Coach kind of getting frustrated with Pruitt there. That pass kind of led to that jump ball, and, we really need every possession we can get right here.
So Davenport bringing the ball down for the Lady Panthers, and the Lady Panthers go back to their pass-first style of offense. Like we said, very few dribbles from the Lady Panthers, but I think that's really a weak spot for them.
Yeah, I do. I think Davenport's shown that she's the best ball handler they have.
Nunez from deep, and you have to watch her. And Lanoy with the save, and now it's going to go out on Pauls Valley. So Davis is going to get the ball back. So Summers passing the ball in to Brown. And she's going to bring the ball across half court. 2:40 left in the game. And drive by Brown. And looking for somebody to give the ball to. And
Coach calls timeout there.
Another timeout. So, Coach using those timeouts to get them out of a sticky spot. The only problem with that is you don't have unlimited timeouts.
Yeah, it's not unlimited. You only have a certain amount of those. I see Coach West, the assistant coach over there, probably checking with him on, how many timeouts they have, full, half, things like that. So
right now, definitely less fouls this half than we did have in the first half.
From the Pauls Valley side for sure. That third quarter, towards the end of the third quarter, I thought we stacked up a few of them right there, especially when Grace Murphy went in and got those three. Seemed like back to back to back. But since have slowed down and went quite a few minutes without any foul calls, so that's good. Not putting those girls on the free throw line. They obviously are a good free throw shooting team, especially Davenport. Want to keep the ball almost out of her hands if at all costs from here on out.
So back on the court here in about 5 seconds. So your Davis Lady Wolves trailing the visiting Pauls Valley Lady Panthers 41-45, 2:34 left in the game. It's been a really good game.
It has been
a real good one.
A real good one, real close game. Both fought hard by both teams. I think these girls, Lady Wolves, ought to walk out of here no matter what happens with their heads held high with how they've done on the boards. Shots haven't been, they've been going pretty well. Really, it's just that turnover game and making good passes that's kind of bit us in the rear here latter end of the game.
So looking to pass this to Lanoy, and then Lanoy to Summers, and they're going to call Summers for the travel.
I'm actually going to – I'll give it – that was actually looked like a little bit of a walk there. Normally I tend to side on the air of being a homer, but I'm going to agree with the ref on that one.
I like it. Okay, Davenport bringing the ball down the court. Hurd now up to Jones. Jones to Cole. Cole covered tight by Lanoy. And Logan Pruitt all over, but just can't get around her. And Davenport's going to score again, 47-41. Brown bringing the ball up for the Lady Wolves. And she's going to drive it down low, pass out to, that looks like Grinstead. And Grinstead's going to drive in. They go from the underneath, and the finger roll does not go in. And Pruitt, quick with the
got the foul there. I really thought he was going to try to call it for a walk, which would have been close. But actually go ahead and call the foul. Good hustle play there by Logan Pruitt.
Called the foul on number 12, Sebriana Cole, and that's her second. So the Lady Panthers changing out the team a little bit. 1:55 left in the game. Lady Wolves trail 47-41. There's another close call on that backcourt by Jordan Brown. And Logan Pruitt's going to drive in the lane.
They're
calling that charge again, and that's her fifth.
That's her fifth. She's going to foul out of this game with 1:44 left. Really tough there. Good aggressive play by Logan. And I'm going to be real honest, Mr. Morris, that you know, man, we're a minute 44 to go in this game, and Logan's just now fouling out. That's actually a good game for her. She tends to get in foul trouble often.
So, Haley Collins comes off the bench for the Lady Wolves. And Pauls Valley's just going to play stall ball. Long shot by Cole, and it's in. And that's going to take them up to 50. Oh, no, they're going to say it's a two-pointer.
They call that one a two-pointer?
It looked like 3 to me.
Wow, I'm kind of shocked there. I really thought she was behind the arc.
So they're going to say 40, only 2 points, so it's 49-41. Just about a minute left in the ball game. That was cool. So again, thanks for joining us tonight. As we're here near the end of this ball game, the Davis Lady Wolves and the Pauls Valley Lady Panthers. After the game, we'll break down the stats real quick, and then we'll take a quick break, and then we will bring you the Davis Wolves against the visiting Pauls Valley Panthers. Our second game of the evening. Appreciate you joining us. How many we got?
We got 17. We've had up 18, 19 at times, but
we're going for 25.
Well, let's shoot for it.
Call your grandma, call your wife, call somebody.
Get people watching.
Watch on YouTube. Show your grandma how to work YouTube. It'll be fun. Actually, my grandparents probably aren't watching. I'll call them. I'll make that happen. They usually do.
I purposely did not tell my family, distant family, that I was broadcasting tonight just so they would not check in, but that's okay.
Is that Bobby? He sounds great. Okay. I got to quit.
That was eerily accurate.
So, Lady Wolves bringing the ball down the court. J.C. Lenoy. And Pauls Valley with solid defense, and so it's not backcourt because Pauls Valley did touch it.
Yeah, it was actually
we got to get the ball across, though. And Jordan Brown driving. Summers to Collins. Collins over to Grinstead. Grinstead with the three. It's off the back of the rim, and rebound looked by Davenport, who's just been doing it all for the Lady Panthers.
I think she is, without a doubt, probably their best player.
Yeah. And they've got several that are good shooters.
Yeah, I would definitely say foul there. I heard Coach yelling across foul now. You do not want to foul Davenport. I mean, it's virtually guaranteed tonight she's going to make both of them. So
it's happening. So. And now Davis bringing the ball down the court. It's 50-41. Collins to Summers. Summers and draws the shooting foul.
You know,
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. But I mean, you're down 9, 30 seconds to go. We're sure dribbling the ball a lot. I mean, it seems like we got to start kind of maybe taking some shots.
Right.
Good shot there by Summers, making the first one.
So Summers scores, hits her first one. It's 50-42, 28 seconds left in the game. Summers' second shot is up and off the back of the rim. Rebound by Cole. Cole to Davenport. And foul by Grace Murphy. That's going to be Grace's fifth.
Grace going to foul out with about 23 seconds left in the game.
I can hear a little bit of noise coming from that student section now.
So I did just check in on the chat what we got for the second shot. Mr. Wayne Knight, pastor here at Chickasaw Trail Baptist Church. Shout out to him. He's letting me know my sounds good, okay, and the stats are all right. So
sweet.
I'm going to take that and run with it.
We appreciate you. Almost Jolie Grinstead going to go up and draw the foul. So with 15 seconds left, the Lady Wolves trail the Lady Panthers 52-42, and Jolie's going to get 2 shots here. So Grinstead makes her first one.
Yeah, I think I heard a couple Jordan Brown over there kind of talking to the coach and, basically telling him, hey, you guys got a foul now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gonna have to. You gotta put hands on him at this point. Jolie hits both, and unfortunately, the person they're gonna have to foul probably is gonna be Davenport. Now that probably should have been a backcourt right there because she was straddling the line.
Looks like they're just gonna kind of let this one
They're
ride
gonna let
out
this
here.
one go, and she's turning back. Game over. It was a good game, solid game. It got away from the Lady Wolves a little bit there at the end. But the Lady Panthers come up with the win, 52-44 over the Lady Wolves.
Yeah, going back to it, you got to talk about, Davenport, number 15 for the Panthers, big from the free throw line, a couple of big shots, 4 points there in the second half when they really needed them, kind of ease their because they kind of started to crumble a little bit there, and you saw the Wolves kind of Lady Wolves make a run, and Davenport kind of settled them down and got them back into that game.
Right.
And then kind of broke them away. The Lady Wolves, again, won the board game, but just couldn't get enough shots to drop. So hopefully the boys' game, we can get this rolling. Going to have to knock the rust off for them. And get going for this. We're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be back as soon as the boys tip off.
Okay, we're back now. The visiting Panthers. Looks like number 1, Jackson, 2, Beddoes, 5, Dobbins, 14, Jolly, and 11, Hamilton are all going to be on the floor. Our starters for your Davis Wolves tonight are Cole Martin, Dane Parker, Trey Parker, Dakota Bridenstine, and Jet Martin.
I will make this comment right here. You know, a lot of experience on the court for the Wolves. 5 starting seniors. You know, you will see a lot of 5 in, 5 out, which is somewhat new here in Davis. You know, not used to that a whole lot, but we'll see a lot of it tonight, and hopefully it bodes well for the future of Davis Wolves basketball.
And I think there are a lot of good players coming off the bench for Davis. A lot of sophomores, but some really good players. So it looks like number 23, Jet Martin for Davis, and number 1, Jackson for Pauls Valley. And Bridenstine's going to take the tip off. Pass over to Cole Martin. Martin to Bridenstine. Bridenstine to Jet Martin, who passes over to Cole. Cole looks, passes to. No, I don't have my deal, so I can't see which Parker is which. That was to Trey.
There you go. Help you out a little bit.
So we've got long shot up by Pauls Valley, rebound by Cole Martin. And up and in by Dane Parker. And so Davis jumps out to a quick lead. And they're going to get the turnover. Cole Martin heads up the top of the key by half court. Watching him move a little bit. Inside to Bridenstine. Bridenstine's going to go up, but blocked.
That's a good block there, but I think that was 14.
Right, it was a very good block. Looks like number 2. I've got too many things I'm trying to look at here. But the ball's going to be picked back up by Davis, and it's going to go back to Pauls Valley. Jackson, number 1, with the ball. And kicks it over to number 11, Hamilton. And they're going to pull even 2-2. Cole Martin brings the ball across for the Wolves. Up to Trey Parker. Trey passes it to Cole Martin, back out to Bridenstine. Bridenstine's going to take a quick step, turn, fire a long shot, but Jet Martin's going to pick up the offensive rebound. He's going to pick up the trash. And we got a long pass by for Pauls Valley. Oh, you're crazy.
Shout out to my kid over running some pops up here to us.
Yeah.
We can have a little drink.
And Jackson for Pauls Valley charging down the middle of the lane. And looks like they're going to call a foul on number 12, Colin Dulaney. And we saw, again, where we talked about that 5 in, 5 out, that just happened. The 5 on the floor for Davis now, Dulaney, Ray Namus, Cody Caraway, Ty Burks, and Tough Hammonds. And Caraway with the ball at the top of the key. Pass to Dulaney. Dulaney over to Burks. Burks to Caraway. Caraway let him move around a little bit to Hammonds at the top of the key. Now Burks to the left. And Caraway tries to flash through, doesn't get it. Ray Namus up at the top of the key with the ball. Pass over to Ty Burks. Cody moving a little too fast for that ball, and they're going to call Cody Caraway for the travel.
Real quick before the throw in here, shout out to a few of the people watching. We got a little somebody trash talking us specifically on during that break.
Oh, we're going to have words next time I see that kid.
Trey Garrison, former Wolf Media How broadcaster, watching from I believe it's Fort Lee, Virginia. So shout out to
That's
Mr.
long
Garrison.
distance hate. I don't. We love you, TG.
We do. We miss you. We miss you.
I almost want him to phone in so he can call part of this game because nobody calls it like Trey Garris.
That's 100% the truth.
Great move in there by Dulaney.
Great move there, drawing the foul there on the inside.
I can't even be mad at TG for throwing shade.
No,
Virginia.
you can't. You can't.
In the Air Force.
Yes, I believe so.
So again, we're having this change out again, 5 in, 5 out for the Wolves. Different, like you said, than they've seen in the past. Yeah. But you do keep fresh legs that way.
You were talking about the sophomores. What is Dulaney here? Junior.
Dulaney's a junior.
But
and
him
Burks is a junior.
2 of those 5 were juniors.
Mm-hmm.
The other 3 on the floor there were
sophomores.
Sophomores, and a really talented group. And having that ability to throw them on the court and give these 5 senior starters a rest and vice versa is an aspect that we don't usually see here at Davis. They're a really talented group coming off the bench.
So we got Cole Martin bringing the ball across for Davis. Right now, Davis leads 5-2, 4:50 left in the first quarter. Over to Dane Parker. Dane hits up top to Jet Martin. Over to Cole Martin. Looks down low first and back up to Bridenstine. Bridenstine going to dribble a little left, pass over to Jet. And Jet's going to drive a little bit, pass back over to Dane. Dane looks inside, and he tries to swing it through, and he's going to lose control of it. Paul's Valley's going to pick it up, and that's another travel for Paul's Valley.
And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but, we've seen the girls in the previous game, and now the boys, anytime the Paul's Valley teams put the ball on the court, they seem to turn the ball over a lot. So hopefully that'll work into our favor this game.
Martin over to Bridenstine, who fakes a look. Back over to Cole Martin, who's wide open for the 3, drains it. And that's 8-2. Davis leads, and looks like Paul's Valley is going to take a quick timeout and try to regroup a little bit. Again, thank you for joining us on WOLF, The Howl, the Wolf Media Group here at Davis High School. Myself, Jared Morris, and Bobby Alexander teach the media class. Bobby teaches. I watch Bobby teach. That's usually what happens.
I don't know that it exactly works that way, but I can't take all the credit.
Our second year, and we've just grown by leaps and bounds through the year. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's been crazy.
Absolutely. Never thought it would skyrocket to this point.
No.
And it has taken off.
And and a lot of that, most of that credit, honestly, will go to our kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Without the kids that are eager to get in there and get in and work. And then, you got to give our hands up to our administration, high school principal.
Wow. Okay, so sorry about that. Dakota Bridenstine just did some kind of magical thing and kept the ball from going out of bounds, and so Davis with a steal. Cole Martin tries to pass in. It's going to be picked off by number 10, Humphrey, and Jackson. And Jackson with the drive in. And Pauls Valley getting a couple tip-in attempts. They maintain possession. Jackson down low to 14 Jolly, and then finally Davis fouls. So it's going to be number 10, Dane Parker. But again, yes, our the administration has been super generous to us. And to have people come up to Bobby and myself at games, and saying, hey, that's cool, where are you doing this? People from other schools.
Yeah, getting calls all the time. Want to know how we do it and everything.
Cole Martin, pass up to Dakota Bridenstine. Pass over to Dane Parker, up to Jet, over to Dakota. Dane with a long shot, step back 3, it's off, and rebound by Jolly. It's going to be picked up by number 15,
Good hustle there by number 3, Cole Martin, to get back and be right in that passing lane. Number 15 never even saw that coming.
Oh, and then Jolly's going to drive and a layup, so pull within 1 with 2:45 left in the quarter. Davis leads 8-7. And Dane Parker's going to drive the lane up and under. Layup is just off. And drive by Hamilton, I believe. No, that's number 2, Beddoes.
They're going to call the charge right there on him.
On Luke Beddoes.
Yeah, on Trey Parker actually getting there, setting his feet, and drawing that charging foul. And again, here comes that 5 on, 5 off.
So the Wolves on the floor now. Hammonds, Caraway, Burks, Dulaney, and Amos. So Raiden Amos is going to bring the ball up for the Wolves. Passes over to the left to Cody Caraway. Cody with those luxurious locks flowing in the breeze.
Yeah, he's
kicks it out to Tough Hammonds. Back over to Caraway.
We had those luxurious locks of Levi Baxter in football. Now
the
we got
hair power of Levi Baxter
now we got
in football.
Cody Caraway, both the sons of the administration office, Mrs. Renee Baxter and Candy Caraway, the people who make our paychecks possible.
Strong hair game coming from the administration
yes,
office.
Yes. Raiden Amos with good finish.
Great finger roll by Raiden Amos. And I think if Jackson had taken just a step to the right and somebody just lost a wheel, that would be Jackson for Pauls Valley, missing a shoe now. And Luke Beddoes going to lose the ball, and looks like a jump ball. Nope. It's going to go out to Jolly. Jolly with the shot and rebound by Dulaney. Still a shoe out on the floor. Raiden Amos looks inside. Passed it to Tough Hammonds. Tough getting in trouble. Pass out to Cody Caraway. Caraway drives inside, and Cody tries to pass out, but it's going to be off of Pauls Valley, and Jackson will finally get his shoe back. That was great.
That was a good pass there by Davis News reporter. Throwing that shoe back down half court.
Shout out to Shane Bennett. That was a good call. Awareness on his part. So Davis is going to take the ball. And again, 5 on, 5 out. Cole Martin back on the floor now for the Wolves. Looking to pass it in. Covered up pretty tight, but gets it into Bridenstine. And Bridenstine is going to move the ball, dribble, pass inside to Jet Martin. And that's going to be picked up. Long shot by Cole Martin, just off the rim. Jet Martin's going to pick up the miss, but clangs it off as well. And rebound by Beddoes for Pauls Valley. Pass down to, I believe that's Hamilton, number 10. Nope, that's Humphrey. And shot by Beddoes is good. And it's going to put the Panthers up by 1. 45 seconds left in the quarter. And Cole Martin's going to bring the ball across half court. Martin hands off to Bridenstine. Bridenstine passes off to Trey Parker. To Trey Parker. And a lob pass out to Cole Martin. Martin wide open, long shot. It's going to go off the rim again. And number 5, Dobbins is going to pick that up for Pauls Valley. And a long shot off by Humphrey. Pass back into Humphrey. Humphrey's going to pass it off the front of the rim. And number 3, Fabella is going to score that for the Pauls Valley Panthers. 1 second left. Long shot. Oh, I thought Dane Parker had that
chance
one.
There.
And that's at the end of the quarter. It's Pauls Valley 13, Davis 10.
So, I'm going to say, we talked in the girls' game about the girls, Lady Wolves, handling the boards. You saw it there at the end of that quarter for the boys. Right now, even on the offensive end for Pauls Valley, they're kind of getting a lot of the rebounds. It goes back to your statement in the first game. The team with the most possessions a lot of times wins the game. And so those rebounds are going to become more and more important as this game goes on.
So, again, start of the second quarter. The Wolves trail the visiting Panthers 13-10. It helps if I get my microphone right up in my face. Blake, how you doing? I'm spiffy. To our senior Blake Mangus working the soundboard, playing the music, making everything sound great. I shouldn't congratulate him that much. He'll get a big head. It's fine.
I've got a pin right here so I can deflate it if we need be.
Sweet.
So we'll keep him in check.
So Jackson's going to bring the ball across for Pauls Valley. A little push off on Tough Hammonds there. Pass inside. And a pick stolen by Raiden Amos.
Good court awareness there by Raiden to notice the ball was kind of floating there. Just go grab it.
Caraway to Burks. Burks out to Dulaney. Dulaney's going to fake the shot, drive inside, and they're going to call the charge on Colin Dulaney. Now, these sophomores that we've got on the floor last year, we didn't get to see them a lot in the varsity games, but well, we did a little bit due to injury near the end of the season last year. But I mean, the future is bright for Davis basketball. Tough Hammonds with a long shot, high bounce, just about got his own rebound. Cody Caraway goes up for the rebound, goes for the shot, and he's going to draw the shooting foul. Plus, so on the floor, we have 3 sophomores, 2 juniors. And honestly, because our senior group is strong, solid group, played together for a long time. But I think that's one thing to say for Coach Hammonds, how much faith he has in this group that he can trade in 5 in, 5 out to do that.
Absolutely.
He must think a lot of this group that's on the floor to be willing to do that with his starters.
And this group is spoken about a lot. They've got a really this whole sophomore class has got a lot of great athletes.
Again, a great athletic move by Ray Amos to pick that pass off in midair.
And
then
athletic
Cody
on that
Caraway,
end. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a great job there.
And Davis getting in the way there, looking to grab a rebound. Pauls Valley's going to get that rebound. Number 15, Prince passes off. Number 10, Humphrey.
Good job by Burks to get in there and get that rebound for us there.
So Cody Caraway passed down to Hammonds. Hammonds cross court to Dulaney. And over to Burks. Burks looks inside and gives it back to Hammonds at the top of the key. Dulaney at the left. He looks down low to the baseline. And a long shot by Raiden Amos is a hard shot, and he's going to get his own rebound. Drive the lane. Oh, right off the front of the iron. And Cody Caraway going to try to go back up. Surprised we didn't get a foul there.
Yeah, really
Jolly
a lot
with
of
the
traffic
rebound.
there.
And Jackson's going to shoot. And just must be a lid on the rim up there. And now they're going to call the jump ball.
Good job there by Cody getting his hands on the ball and getting that jump ball.
Got both hands so it doesn't get called for the hack. So Davis is going to regain possession, trailing 14-15, and Raiden Amos is going to bring the ball across for the Wolves. Raiden with a quick pass down to Tough Hammonds. Tough's going to try to back his way into the lane, and he's looking for a way out. Raiden's going to drive the baseline, ball up, in. Great shot by Raiden Amos. That takes the Wolves ahead by 1, 16-15. Long pass. And down to number 11, 11 Hamilton. And he will be fouled by, looks like by 00 Raiden Amos.
It's his first, team's fourth there.
So Luke Hamilton is going to miss his first shot.
Again, that goes back to the, Pauls Valley coming up with their own rebound there on the offensive end. We really got to start getting in there and getting some of those boards.
Davis defense trying to get in their face. Back out to number 2. Long shot, great shot. Luke Beddoes. And that puts Pauls Valley up by 2. Amos brings the ball across. Pass to Dulaney. Dulaney to Hammonds. Hammonds to Amos. And he looks low. and he went to go up and lost control of the ball. And I don't know where that ball was going, Bobby.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to throw that up and really kind of draw a foul.
I think they're going to call the second foul on Raiden Amos there. I think that was, him not being able to stop. He couldn't, can't stop his forward momentum. He's going to run into him. So number 2, Beddoes. Pass ball Jolly with the finger roll up and in. And they extend their lead to 4. Amos down low to Burks, and the ball's going to get tipped away. And good awareness by Raiden to, kind of pull back so he didn't get that foul. But Jolly's going to score again.
Yeah,
and so now it's 22-16.
That's 8 points, or 9 points, there for Jolly now.
And Jackson in Raiden Amos's face, long pass, just off, and that looked like it hurt.
Not sure who they're going to call that for. They're going to call that on Ty, even though it was really going to him.
I'm not really sure what was going on there. It kind of looked like a Hail Mary. We're gonna compete for everything.
That does put us in the bonus there with about 4 minutes to go, 4.5 minutes to go here in this first half.
And we've got the 5 starters.
Excuse me, puts Paul Valley in the bonus.
Yeah. We're going to put the 5 starters back out on the floor. With 4:23 left in the half. Beddoes is going to make his first. So it's 23-16. And he misses a second. Rebound by Dane Parker. Dane passed to Cole on the right-hand side. Cole's going to hang on to it for a minute, looking for somebody to get open. Pass to Bridenstine at the top of the key, over to Dane. Dane into Cole Martin, who's going down. And then Trey thought Cole was still there.
Yeah, tried to get the ball back inside to Cole with nobody in there with him, but Cole had already kind of taken off to get outside.
So inbounds. Jackson and Davis is going to pick that back off, and Bridenstine drives the lane, lays it in. Great defense by Davis. Good awareness to cut off those passing lanes. Long shot off, and Davis is going to get that rebound. Trey Parker, and he hits that back out to Cole Martin. Cole brings the ball across the Wolf at half. Pass to Dane on the left. Dane to Jet. Jet to Cole. Back across to Jet. Long shot for Jet Martin. Off the glass in the back of the rim. And Pauls Valley is going to get the rebound. Pass to Jackson. Jackson's going to bring it across half court. And they're going to.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they're calling that on there.
I'm not sure. They're going to call the. They're going to call the shooting foul and the end one.
On Bridenstine there.
So that is number 13, Dakota Bridenstine's first foul. Team 8th. So the Wolves in a little bit of foul trouble, Bobby.
Normally we're used to seeing that in the girls' game. Not used to seeing it here in the boys' game, but definitely got to settle down and start being smarter about how we attack them on defense.
Trey Parker brings the ball across. He's got the point for Davis. Pass it to Bridenstine. Bridenstine's going to look as they shift through the lane. Up to Dane. Dane looking for his brother Trey. Trey's going to drive and shoot, and it's off the back of the glass, and they're going to call a foul there on Trey Parker. One thing, Bobby, I see a lot of movement and passing by Davis. And this is just me. I'm not seeing a lot of screens.
Yeah, it's a lot of off-ball movement. Me personally, granted, the way basketball goes now, it's all live and die by the three. And
we kind of grew up in the pick and roll.
Yeah, Jet's a big body down there, down low, big long arms. I'd kind of like to see him down low, maybe doing some of that pick and roll, getting in there, and drawing some of those fouls. Because right now, we're at 9 fouls. They're only at 4, and we got to really start getting some of those fouls on the board.
And for me, great. And that's the era of basketball that we grew up in too, is the pick and roll. or even do off-ball screens and have the ball down there to Jet to do the pick and pop, something like that, a little different.
That's just we're really showing our age there, Mr. Morse. Talking about
our generation is why anybody knows who Luke Longley is.
Yes. Most people think Shaq now is just a commentator.
Yeah. Oh man.
They don't remember him starring in Blue Chips.
Wow. And Kazam. Steel.
Reaching real deep.
Wow. Shaq Fu. And Bobby has no words. Great, no, awful video game. Anyway, so Ty Burks gets blocked there on the shot. Pauls Valley retains possession, gets possession back. Jackson drives in, shoots right over the top of Jet Martin. It's the first time we've got kind of a mix out there. Ty Burks joining the four of the starters. So with Trey Parker off of the floor right now. Cole Martin up at the top of the key, looking for somebody to get open. He's going to drive the lane, kick over to Jet. Jet's going to power dribble once, high shot, and Ty Burks really putting in the effort trying to get hold of that. Just couldn't.
I'm not
keep
sure
his
how we didn't come up
fingertips on
with
it.
something on it, some kind of foul there, something. But
And Jackson backing everybody down to number 10. 10 with the shot, and the Panthers are going to extend the lead to 12. So a new 5 for Davis getting ready to come in. Everybody's sitting, and no, it looks like now Trey's going to sit back down. Minute 25 left. Bad pass there by Bridenstine. Got lucky that the defender wasn't paying attention. Tried to hand it off there, but Davis comes away with the bucket and pulls back within 10. They're watching the long pass. Davis putting real
good
pressure.
defense there. That goes that long arm right there. You're talking about those long arms.
Because I'm pretty sure he was in the middle of the lane when he hit that.
Yeah, and reached out there and got it and shut that pass lane down. That was a great job there by Jet.
So now it looks like Dulaney, Caraway, Amos.
Somehow,
Hammonds.
some way, they're going to say that ball was off of them.
Oh, wow. And,
I don't think they noticed that Jet got his arm out there, to be honest with you.
So Bridenstine is the only starter out on the floor right now. Dulaney picks up his dribble, looking to get it out, passes out to Bridenstine. Bridenstine's going to let the offense set up a little bit. And he's going to get kind of flummoxed there on the crossover. So Pauls Valley with the ball back, number 10, way out. And that's going to be out on Pauls Valley. So it's Davis ball. 20-30. Davis trails Pauls Valley. 39 seconds left in the quarter. In the half.
There's a short break there for the starters. Looks like they're coming back on the court.
So looks like the only non-starter out there is
Ty Burks.
That's Ty Burks. So Dakota Bridenstine taking a quick break. Trey Parker looking inside, trying to find somewhere to take the ball. And he's going to hand it off to his brother Dane. Dane's going to drive the lane, left-handed, and pops it up in, and they're going to bring it within 8. 16 seconds left on the clock for the half. Long pass over to Jolly. It was a bad shot. Whoa, had some contact down there low. And Dane's going to come in, and they're going to call that a block, which is good.
I think we might have got away with one there.
So one thing I've talked about a little bit, I have some relatives live in Purcell, and they watch our boys play. And those were the text messages I got. It said all the guys and this is when they played Purcell, and all the guys for Purcell are little skinny basketball players. And Davis has a football team. This is true because every one of those boys out there right now plays football. Well, except for Jet Martin. Jet Martin is a basketball guy. But, both Parker brothers, they get in there and they throw a shoulder. Cole Martin's not afraid to throw a shoulder every now and then.
Right.
So that's one thing, that physical play.
Physical play. Now, I will say that part of it right there comes back to
great pass
good
by
move
Trey
there.
Parker. Oh, and Ty Burks got the ball. They're going to call that off of Ty Burks. They're going to call Ty for a foul.
They're going to call Ty for there. So that's actually going to be the 10th foul. And so with the clock at 0, I think he's going to get 2 shots.
That's Ty's second. But 30-23 right now, and Jolly is going to shoot those two for Pauls Valley.
Looks like they're having a little discussion. I feel like we ought to be playing the Jeopardy theme right now. Decision has been made.
So Jolly is going to take these two shots for Pauls Valley. First one is in, drills it. Second shot for Jolly is off the front of the rim, and that's the half. Pauls Valley is going to go to the locker room with the lead at half, 31-23. It's been back and forth all half.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes where Davis has done really well, and then sometimes they've been their own worst enemy. But one thing with Coach Hammonds' philosophy on the 5 in, 5 out, those guys are fresh.
Yeah.
And so that has gotten some breaks there.
And you might see some of these guys, Jolly right now being their biggest scorer with 10 points, and all of a sudden you take him out of the game, we're up 2 points.
Right.
Shut him down, kind of like the girls' game. They had the one player. Looks like right now they got the one big scorer for them. Big thing for us right now is rebounds and turnovers. They're beating us on the boards. They're beating us on the turnover side. We got to get better on our ball handling, making better passes, better decisions. Playing our game and not beating ourselves. Right now, I think that's kind of what we're doing. So if we settle down, I think we can get back in this game. And of course, we got to get a hand in Jolly's face.
Oh,
so.
yeah, and but overall, that first and second group that comes in there, in and out for Davis, I think they're playing well. Need to make some better choices. Some of the passes were a little, I think they're like, we need to get this, and I'm going to get it here, and maybe the person they're passing to has already moved.
Yep.
They're not looking. So, awareness, definitely going to have to keep that up and get a little better at that. But like I said, there's still a lot of basketball to be played, and we got a chance. So, you want to take a little break?
Yeah, we'll take a little break. We'll come back. We got about six and a half minutes before the second half kicks off. Again, want to thank all our sponsors, and we'll see you guys back here in the second half.
And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us all.
We had 11. We actually had 20. Some people aren't, I guess they're not patient to wait through that halftime 8 minutes. So,
have you heard any back from
Old TG?
From Old TG.
I have not. Paul's out started the ball.
High shot. Dakota Bridenstine. I don't know how that wasn't a travel or a jump or something, but pass out to Dane Parker. Dane drives the lane on the baseline. Back out to Dakota Bridenstine. Bridenstine to Cole. Cole Martin's going to dribble to the left. And still got it. There's a screen by Jet Martin, who's wide open. Bridenstine's going to take that shot, and it's going to go off of Jet Martin. That was the first screen I've seen. I said something about that.
We saw a little bit of that pick and roll there. We talked about it.
I'm going to take credit. No, I won't.
That was your call?
No.
I think you snuck down to the locker room. Told Coach
we
Hammonds
both
they didn't
know
run
that's
it.
not physically possible. Jolly again with the shot. 33-23, the lead for the Pauls Valley Panthers. Cole Martin's going to bring the ball across half court. Guarded by Jackson. He's going to change direction, and that's going to be picked up by Beddoes. Great steal. Oh, but no shot. And then they're going to call the foul on Trey.
That was a good hard foul.
He put everything into that one.
If you're going to get called for one, you go ahead and get called for one, right?
Tomahawk their head, because that's what happened. And that's going to be, I believe, I thought it was going to be his third, but I guess just a second.
I have it as his second, so I think I'm going to go with him.
There you go. So, and it looks like they're going to trade the 5 out here in just a second. And the 5 are going to swap out. So Burks, Amos, Dulaney, Caraway, and Tough Hammonds are all going to come out on the court now.
Tough, the son of Coach Hammonds.
And the shot is made. So Dulaney's going to take this out for the Wolves. Caraway back to Dulaney. Dulaney over to Caraway. Caraway's going to bring it down the right-hand side, dribble to the top of the key, drive down the right side, pass over to Burks. Burks is going to dribble, pass up, low down to Caraway's going to drive the baseline way out to Hammonds, and they're going to say he was out of bounds. Probably had his heels on the line there. That's one thing. There is not a lot of space between that corner and in that corner to move around there.
No, a lot of people say that's your 6th defender right there.
Yeah. So Jackson's going to drive all the way from the end, and Dulaney tried to take the charge there. But it's 37-23, Pauls Valley.
Pauls Valley's starting to pull away here. They got Davis just making some bad choices here, making mistakes.
And
good hustle play.
Jolly with the bad pass up to Jackson. Jackson's going to pop it back in bounds. And now Amos over to Burks. Burks trying to drive in, get the shot up. Pauls Valley with a rebound again. Jackson bringing the ball down and passes it right to Raiden Amos. Amos brings the ball across half court, pass to Burks at the top of the key, over to Dulaney. Dulaney on the left side of the perimeter. He's looking, dribbles back to the top, back over to Tough.
Kind of missed an opportunity there. Raiden, right as he went through the lane, kind of got left alone.
They're not really looking. And then Cody Caraway's going to drive, and they're going to call.
They're going to call it on the floor there. Not sure who they're calling that one on. Number 1, Jackson.
And that's his first foul, which is impressive because that guy's been all over the floor.
Yeah.
And Raiden's going to look past the ball in, looking for the open man. Long pass to Caraway. Caraway's going to catch an elbow to the head, and they're not going to call anything on that. Long shot by number 10. And a rebound is going to be picked up by Dulaney. Colin Dulaney passes it over to Raiden Amos. And, they're going to call a charge on that. I think those feet were barely set, but Raiden really put a shoulder into it.
Raiden did. I don't think much agreed with that call, but I got to say, if I was on the floor, I'd probably call it that way too.
And that's going to be Raiden's third. So already in a little bit of foul trouble. The starters back out on the floor for Davis. Pauls Valley. Long shot miss, and they're going to call Dakota Bridenstine over the back.
And I don't really know how they do that. That guy right there, number 15, I'm not sure. Let's see, Prince, pretty short there. And Bridenstine just really standing behind him. So I can say short. He's about my height.
Yeah. And
good hustle
move by Bridenstine, and with the score, so Davis put some points on the board, 39-25, trying to reduce that deficit a little bit. And
good effort there by Jet trying to go up and get that pass.
And just a little bit more, he'd have had that coming down. But slowing down that Pauls Valley offense because they have been moving at a pretty good clip.
We are back up to 20 viewers now. We went down to 11 when we weren't talking, but now that we're back, people are coming back in to check us out here.
It is because the Wolves and not our own abilities, I'm going to guess. That's okay. I don't mind. Jackson going to dribble around the top of the key, pass low inside to number 10. That's Humphrey.
That's just a good shot there by
Beddoes. And then, so now Trey Parker's going to bring the ball across for the Wolves. Stand at half court, right there on the logo. Getting backed up a little bit by Prince. Trey just still looking for somebody to get the ball to. He's going to pass to his brother Dane. Dane could have pulled up there at the elbow. And looks like
ball off his foot there, bounced way out.
And so that was Burks. Burks down low to Parker, and then Bridenstine out for three. Great shot by Dakota Bridenstine. So 28 points now for the Davis Wolves. And Pauls Valley already got the ball down. Jackson's going to drive the lane, kicks it back out to Humphrey. Humphrey drains it for a three, and that's going to take the score 44-28 right now. 3:34 left in the quarter. Dane Parker with the spin move, puts it off the front of the rim. Rebound by Hamilton. Pass to Prince. Now Jackson back to the top of the key. Luke Beddoes long three. Holy cow! Almost made that.
Almost drained that one, man.
It went around the world and came out.
That's 2 or 3 shots they've had wide open on that side of the floor. I don't know what's going on over there, but we got to get that figured out.
So now Cole Martin's going to bring the ball up for the Wolves. Drives in for the shot. It's going to be rebounded by Pauls Valley. Long, deep pass to number 3. That's going to be Fabella. And now the Wolves on possession again. Cole Martin dribbles down the right-hand side. Hands off to Dane Parker. Dane pass over to Jet Martin. Jet's going to drive the lane, try to go underneath. And they're going to call a push on Pauls Valley. So Fabella's first foul.
Yeah, some of these Pauls Valley Panthers with their first foul right here in the second half. I mean, that's
yeah. So Cole Martin's going to pass the ball in. Looks like we have now for the first, not the first time, but a little bit more, we have. The two groups of 5 were kind of intermingled here.
Right.
With Martin, Dane Parker, Jet Martin, Jet and Cole Martin, Dane Parker, Cody Caraway, and Ty Burks.
The 5 in, 5 out works out for a lot of times, but, at some point it becomes a matchup game. And I think Coach Hammonds over there is trying to maybe match up a little bit better with the 5 they got on the court.
That was a great move by Mrs. Moore not to get hit in the face with the basketball.
Yeah. I think I saw Coach Schilling actually duck behind her.
That was cat quick. In the words of the late great Stuart Scott. Jolly pass over to Humphrey, and Humphrey drains it.
Back-to-back threes for Humphrey right there.
And so now that extends the lead to 48-28. Pauls Valley leads. Cole Martin passed down to Ty Burks. He's going to dribble into trouble. Cole thought about taking that shot with a hand in his face. Pass up to Dane. Dane is going to take the shot, drains the three, and that's going to move the Wolves into the 30s. It's 48-31 now. A minute 50 left in the quarter. Wow.
Man, that's just
missed shot by Pauls Valley, picked up in the air by Jackson, who's flying in like Superman. And Davis is going to take a timeout. Coach Hammond is going to try to calm his boys down a little bit, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of getting away from us, and I think we're getting a little bit out of our game and flowing more into their game. We just need to settle down and go back to playing Davis Wolves basketball.
So a little over a minute left in the third quarter. Davis trails Pauls Valley 53-31. Again, thank you for joining us. The WOLF, the Howl Media Group here at Davis High School.
We got 19 people out there watching.
Sweet. Again, quick shout out to all our students that are working the game here tonight. Legend Grissom, Blake Mangus, Blake G, Sherry Wyatt, and Natalie Gregg. They're doing the hard work, and Bobby and I are hanging out.
So, again, we're getting some comments on the chat. Trey Garrison thanking us for the little shout out. We can't say enough. We love Trey. We miss him, being here with us. But kudos to him for choosing to serve our country, and shout out to him for that.
I will say, Trey, as soon as you get to come home for a little bit, we may have a wrestling duel we need you to cover, which would be awesome.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Anytime you're back home, you're more than welcome to come join us on the table right here.
Jet Martin's going to dribble around the top of the key, hand off to Cody Caraway. And Cody's going to get tied up and travel. So thanks to everybody for watching on YouTube tonight.
We got I think I'm going to say this site, Aurora Sewell, saying hello to us on the chat. So
Aurora Sewell, freshman. She's in one of my English classes.
So I hope I said that right. Didn't butcher
it
too
bad.
You're
good.
Okay.
Pass down low to Ty Burks. Ty's going to step back. Nice shot by Burks. And, Prince is all by himself. Cole Martin's going to bring the ball back across. Davis can't catch a break every time we score. Pauls Valley's right back under the hoop again.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that Pauls Valley just wasn't themselves in that first half, because they come out like a completely different team this half so far.
And they're going to call the block as Dane Parker tries to move in, drive the lane. So third foul on Humphrey. And Dane's going to take 2 shots.
Also got Mickey McClellan out there watching, telling us we're doing a great job announcing. Thank you, Nikki. We really appreciate that.
I don't have you in class, but I'd give you a bonus.
I'm not mistaken. She probably wouldn't care because she graduated last year.
Oh, well, okay.
Alumni coming back and watching.
Alumni, I guess it's the wrong one. I thought that was another student that I had last year, so. Pauls Valley's going to pick up the rebound, bring the ball back down. Jackson to Prince. Prince back out to Jackson. Jackson goes for the pass, but it's knocked up in the air and now picked up by Davis. Dane Parker charging the lane, tries to get the finger roll to go in. Out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Pauls Valley.
That pass was just kind of thrown up there to Jet Martin underneath the hoop, almost like an alley-oop, basically, to try to draw a foul, and that's exactly what happened. So
strategy works.
Yes.
I like it. Jet Martin's going to shoot 2. There's 20 seconds left in the quarter. Jet's going to make his first. Jet's second is off, but he's going to get his own rebound. Pass out to Cole Martin. 15 seconds left in the quarter. And the ball's going to get away from him, picked up by Prince. Prince is going to drive past Cody Caraway, up and in. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Cole Martin's going to bring the ball across half court. It looks like he's going to pull up for that long three and drains it at the buzzer. So the buzzer beater for Cole Martin. That's going to bring the Davis Wolves up to 37, trailing the Pauls Valley Panthers 59-37, headed into the fourth quarter. Again, thanks for joining us tonight here at the Pete Bird Sports Arena, lovingly known to the Wolf, the WLF, the Howe Media Group as the Bird Cage.
Completely and utterly against Mr. Jeff Mapes' better.
He does not like it.
Yeah, I guess that's probably just the best way to say that. Is just he just does not like it.
But
we don't care.
Us.
We don't care.
He humors us. He giggles about it.
Yeah.
Last year he even did the like late '90s, early 2000s Atlanta Falcons Dirty Bird to it at one point.
Yes, I believe that was at the point where he almost gave up trying to get us to stop.
So I was a big fan.
We won him over. So,
but no, we're high atop the Bird Cage with this last quarter of Davis basketball for the evening. Again, thank you for joining us. Real quick, shout out to all our sponsors: Mike Hellick Chevrolet, CNC Backhoe, Hilltop Animal Health, Sooner Pharmacy, Jones Jewelry, First National Bank of Davis, Pauls Valley National Bank, Vision Bank, and Landmark Bank.
Yes, and I almost was about to tell you that you got them all right for the third time in a row until it just now dawned on me we have actually missed one, even on the first two go-rounds. Mac Trailer and our buddy Brad Bentley.
Oh, Brad Bentley's going to be.
He's going to be a little upset with us.
And actually, real quick today, as we're going on, I had one of my former students when I used to teach at Lindsay. Shout out to Dalton Turner, who came by, and he works out at Mac Trailer.
Okay.
So
all the more reason we shouldn't have forgot about it today.
Yeah, shouldn't have forgot it. But and then I did see Brad already today. So been surrounded by Mac Trailer, and we apologize for that. Was a great play.
Great move there.
I talked over it, but Dakota Bridenstine with a great move.
And then a great hustle play because Prince was basically down here by himself. But
maybe if we quit paying attention, things will get better because that was great.
Seems like when we just kind of go off on our own
and just start talking about stuff,
we get some things to happen here.
So I love cheese, and no, that's not going to work. You calm down.
He did miss. He did miss.
Yeah, hey, Brussels sprouts are a delicious vegetable and overlooked by – that didn't work.
That didn't work.
So I'm going to have to quit that.
It was a good try.
And please keep watching, even though I'm not very good. So Dane Parker's going to bring the ball across for the Wolves. Pass over right to Bridenstine, who's going to catch Trey coming through the middle, but it's going to pulled out of Trey's hands by Jackson, who's going to drive the lane, low shot, rebound by Trey Parker. And Jackson's just going to latch onto it, so we're going to get a jump ball. And it's going to go in favor of the Panthers.
You know, Pauls Valley, they're just really attacking the rim.
Mm-hmm.
That first half they were kind of putting up some outside shots, and right there,
wow,
big pass right inside.
So Pauls Valley still pulling away a little bit. Cole Martin dribbles high pass for Dane Parker, and the shot is just off. And Pauls Valley is going to drive down the floor. 6:49 remaining. And another shot to Jolly. Jolly is a beast down there and just can't get an answer for him. Cole Martin now brings the ball across half court. Dribbling right, looking for somebody to cut through. And Cole's going to cut through himself. Finger roll up and in. Great move by Cole Martin. 64-41 now with 6:28 left in the quarter, in the game. They tipped the ball up in the air, but then nobody went to get it. Long shot by Pauls Valley. And picked up by number 2, Beddoes. Shot by Jolly is off, and rebound made by Jet Martin. Pass down to Cole. Cole with the long shot, 3 off, and rebound by Jolly. And then Trey Parker's going to run there and get tied up, and got a little chippy there for a second.
Yeah. You saw Jolly kind of coming away from it with his arms out.
Because I think Davis is getting a little frustrated.
Jolly headed to the bench with about 6 minutes to go. He actually has 18 points in this game.
Wow. but I think it was starting to get a little chippy, and so sitting those guys down. One thing to say, Jolly has the hot hand, and he's made a lot of points. But one thing, Jackson has not come off the floor. That guy has played the entire game. Number one for Pauls Valley.
Kudos to his endurance
wow.
to be able to play that long.
So we've got a new group out on the floor. Burks, Dulaney, Caraway, Hammonds, and just now coming in the game.
Number 2, Colt McGahey.
Number 2, Colt McGahey. And one thing McGahey definitely brings to the court at this point is speed.
Yeah, actually,
he's a track guy, and
big-time track guy.
And then a wide-out corner on the football team, so definitely has the foot speed. Caraway with the rebound, bringing the ball down across the court, pass over to McGahey. McGahey back to Caraway. Caraway's going to drive the floor, drive the lane, and almost got it to go in.
Yeah, probably not a real good shot there, just trying to get it up and in.
And they're going to call Tough Hammonds for the block. Tough popped up. I think he thought he got the charge on that one.
Basket counts at the line. Number 2, Luke Fellows.
And that's going to be Tough's first foul. 5:08 left in the game.
I see Coach over there kind of questioning that ref, where his feet not set, but I think they're explaining to him that kind of as the offensive player went in for that layup, Tough almost kind of turned and away, so it gave the appearance that his feet weren't set and moved.
Yeah.
So
Dulaney's going to bring the ball across half court and fakes a pass over to McGahey, still looking, trying to get rid of it. Caraway's going to pick it up, but he's double teamed. Long pass is going to be picked up by Hammonds. Hammonds is going to drive back up towards the top of the key over to Dulaney. Dulaney's going to pass inside to Burks. Great step by Burks. Ball just won't go down. And 33 for Pauls Valley. 33 Compton. Swing the pass out, and they're going to score off of that. So 69-41, Pauls Valley, 4:30 left in the game. Dulaney's going to pick up his dribble, pass to Caraway. He's going to try to lob it over the top to Burks. Pass was a little off. And you see there the speed of Colton McGahey trying to pick that off.
Yeah, also kind of see that little, football player mentality.
That stutter step.
Yeah, stutter step and basically taking that shoulder and wanting to put that kid on the floor. But
then remembered, oh, wait.
This is basketball now.
This is inside. And looks like Dane Parker's about to come back in for the Wolves. And he's going to come in for Ty Burks. Burks has been playing a lot as well. He's played very hard this game. So it's kind of a tale of two halves so far, Bobby. The first half, Davis came out and they played hard. And Pauls Valley, I'm not really sure unless they just got hot this half, or the first half was kind of a
without really seeing this team a whole lot.
Fluke.
We really don't have a lot to judge on, but don't know which one's the more common thing for them. The first half where they struggle a little bit, or the second half where they come out and they're a really solid team. And really we've kind of had a tale of two halves too. We played hard that first half, and this half we just pass has not been real great. I think we got out of our game and kind of been playing from
by Colin Dulaney,
playing from behind and not really our style. So
wow, great pass down to Compton.
Some quick ball movement all the way down the court right there by the Panthers.
As one myself, kudos to the big man for being in the right place.
Good hustle play there by Caraway to get that ball to keep it in bounds.
I have to like that kid because that was me in high school playing basketball.
That's lineman to lineman right there.
Yeah.
We get it.
Much love. But
looks like there you go. Jackson finally going to come off the court with 3:43.
He probably has forgotten how to sit down because he has been on the floor the entire game. 5 out to 13. Another 3. Good night. That's Crowder. And Pauls Valley continued to pour them in. And Davis just working the ball around. McGahey dribbles up top to Dulaney. And Dulaney hands it off to Dane Parker. Dane's going to lose his dribble. And it gets picked up by number 23. 23 Davidson, but nobody really able to hold on to the ball there.
Looks like number 25 Dallas Hunt coming into the game for Parker. Coach Hammond's trying to get some of these boys in that,
Looks like Raiden Amos is about to come in. So Colin Dulaney's going to bring the ball across, and he's going to drive the lane around Compton, and it looks like they're going to call that on 33.
That's on 33. Caden Compton is first. Team foul number 6. At the line for the Wolves, number 12, Colin Dulaney.
Dulaney to shoot his shots. Sinks the first one.
And Dulaney with the high shot. It's going to bounce off the back and the front of the rim. Long shot by Pauls Valley. Oh, almost got that one again. Hammonds with the rebound. 2:50 left in the ball game. Hammonds bringing it down the right-hand side. Pass over to Dulaney. Dulaney with the long 3. Drains it. Nice shot by Colin Dulaney. 47 points now for the Davis Wolves. And Pauls Valley's going to keep driving the ball down. Colton McGahey almost had that one again. Rebound by Hammonds. Hammonds driving the ball down the court. Davis just trying to put pressure on, trying to get buckets.
Hey, Dulaney right now just not quitting.
He's
still
doing
playing.
some work.
Really putting in the effort right here at the end of this one. In a game where a lot of people would just kind of lick their wounds and go on to the next one.
And so Pauls Valley continuing to shoot those long shots. Raiden Amos is going to pick that up, and he's going to pass it down to Tough Hammonds. And Tough with the awareness to throw it off of.
Yeah, that was a good heads-up play. Man, Amos, Dallas Cowboys might want to make a phone call right there because that was a heck of a pass.
That
about
was a really
30
nice
yards down the
pass.
field.
Really nice pass.
And then a tight window, if I might add.
Yes. He threaded the needle. Long shot by Raiden Amos, and it's going to go off the back of the rim. Minute 55 left in the game. Pauls Valley with possession. Long shot by number 13. Off the side of the rim. Now Amos is going to pick that rebound up, looking to get the ball down court quickly. Tough Hammonds with the long left-handed shot. I honestly didn't know that. And the ball's going to go out of bounds on Pauls Valley. So it looks like Cody Caraway is about to come back in the game for number 12, Colin Dulaney. Who is,
kudos to Dulaney for putting in the work the last couple of minutes.
Yeah. And now Cody Caraway pass to Raiden Amos. Minute 29 left in the game. Colton McGahey to Caraway. Caraway to Amos, who's going to maintain possession, going to hold it back, and then he's going to pop it out of bounds. So it's going to go out on Davis. It's going to be Pauls Valley ball. Number 12 is going to bring the ball up the court for the Panthers. Pass over to 23. 23 to 13, and loses the ball. Amos there again. So with another steal. Pass over to Hammonds. Hammonds is going to look and kind of telegraphs the pass low to McGahey, so 24 is going to knock it out of bounds. It's going to stay Davis ball.
Just under a minute to play in this game.
McGahey out to Amos. Amos with the long, flat 3. Almost. 24 is going to bring the ball back down the court and tries to dump the pass over to 25. Pauls Valley maintains possession. Number 12 drive 25, and he's going to draw the foul. Looks like
I'll be honest here. I'm kind of shocked that Pauls Valley's still playing to score buckets so aggressively. You know, most teams up this big, this late in the game would be running out the clock, and you know, right now they're just not doing it.
That foul's on number 25, Dallas Hunt. And getting the ball down the court, 35 seconds left in the game. And the pass goes towards Dallas, but it looks like it's going to go out on Pauls Valley.
That was a good catch by Ty Pletcher over there on the bench.
Yeah.
I'm glad he returned the player that he caught there.
That's a...
Excuse me, Shane Pletcher. Ty is his older brother,
yes,
who is also on the bench as a coach.
Yes. I was like, wait a minute. Ty's on the bench. What are you doing? Ty's over there. So Pauls Valley going to pass the ball around here. 13 seconds left in the game. Davis still trying to get it across, and they're just passing it out.
Now it kind of seems like they're running out that clock the last few seconds here.
Pauls Valley's playing a little stall ball, and Raiden.
Like 23 didn't really like that, you know, trying to steal the ball.
He did not like that pressure at all. So that is the game. After a close first half, 78-40, they cleared the clock really quickly there.
Yeah, I want to say it was like 43, I think, I believe is what it was.
But it was tight in the first half, and then the second half kind of got away from the Wolves. So, you know, not a great night for the Wolves and the Lady Wolves tonight, but you know, I thought we've seen flashes of getting better. Plus, we're just coming back from the break, a little rust. But moving into the Lindsay tournament this weekend on Thursday.
Yeah, you really kind of want to see him. You wanted to see him get a win here tonight going into that tournament after the tough loss before the break. But, you know, these things happen. A little rusty coming off, especially in that second half against obviously a great team. You know, and now you just got to kind of get really – old mentality of what we grow up in, suck it up and go get ready for the next one.
You know, the next one. So next, like I said, next Thursday, well, this Thursday actually, Davis travels to Lindsay for the Lindsay tournament. 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those will not be broadcast. So we invite you to, make that trip to Lindsay and check out the games.
Yeah, follow that team. Go root for them and go show them your love and support.
I believe the next time we're going to be on is next week.
I believe
we have wrestling.
Yeah, we have wrestling coming up. I believe it's next Tuesday. I think I have to go back and check my calendar. I don't have it right here with me, but we're going to be getting into some basketball tournaments, which we don't broadcast. So we'll have a few basketball games, but we're going to sprinkle in some wrestling events for you guys, and and then we got a bunch of other stuff coming down the road.
Right. So thanks for joining us tonight. Again, I'm Jared Morse with Bobby Alexander from the WLF, the Howl Media Group, live from the Birdcage, and we will see you next time.
Have a good evening.